Hello, everybody. Welcome to Marquee Gaming today. Good to see everybody. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you all for joining us. It is nice to see you all. Thanks for spending your Sunday with us as we play some D&D. It is much appreciated. I'm glad to see everybody here too. I'm very excited as we are on to session 11 today, and we ended on sort of an interesting note last week that I was getting fun messages from Ashley about all week long, which was great. But
I think at coffee we talked a full 30 to 45 minutes.
It was like an hour, Rachel. It was probably over an hour.
That's amazing.
So good times for sure. And as you see in our title, the kidnap count is now 1. But
It has begun.
but why don't we let our players introduce themselves, and then we can get into today's session. So Rachel, we're starting with you. Take it away.
Hello, I am Rachel, also known as Pip. I do all the art around here. So if you would like to see that in other platforms, you can go to Instagram and Twitter under Pip400art, and you can find all my stuff there. Usually I will do a art stream on Mondays, just because tomorrow's kind of, the weekend's been busy. I've been streaming a lot extra, so I think I'm just going to take tomorrow off and not do an art stream. But I will be back next week to work on commissions, different NPC art for this game, all that good stuff. So that's usually Mondays, 3:30 CST, just not this week. In this game, I play Eleonora. She is an Aasimar warlock that says she is a wizard. And, she's a little weepy. And that's okay. We'll work through it. I think that'll go away soon after we talk to Euphemia. Not quite as bad.
So fun. Onward we go now to Kelly.
Hi, I'm Kelly. I play Winnie, the level 3, I forgot now, monk, who hopefully can get to use some of more of her abilities this week.
You want to fight? Is that what you're saying?
No, I mean not like a fight. I want like a little dinky fight, like a little one where I feel
okay.
cool.
Okay.
I want to feel like I want to do something and like yeah, like that. I don't want to be humbled. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm humble enough. Yesterday, last week's was confidence. This one's humility. We're gonna have a bad time. Yeah, and I'm excited to hear from Euphemia about her very interesting Alice in Wonderland-esque time last time. With a tea party and a dress and
so interesting. Yeah. Well, on we go to the center of attention right now, Ashley.
I'm actually yes, I play Euphemia. She's a human druid and she hates being the center of attention, so this will be a good time for her to come back and try and put into words the experience she just had last night. So I also make art. I post it all over the place. Currently working on many different projects. So there's a lot of different posts going on in the Discord under Salt and Ash, and sometimes in chat here. So yeah.
There is a link to the Discord in our chat if you'd like to join that. And then our final player, the one rounding out the group, the solid rock, Michael, take it away.
Hello, guys. My name is Mike the Rock, also known as Bardic Dice, here on all the socials. I also stream on some D&D on Twitch, but we play on Fridays. Normally at 6:30, though for the next couple weeks it's going to be at 7:30 Central, 1 hour later, just because I'm starting work this week, and we're doing some special training stuff, so hours are kind of dictating some weird stuff. But you can come see Mark and Rachel as players in that one, alongside Dealey and her husband in that one. And we're finishing up that campaign with some scary, creepy stuff at the end of this little arc. And then they're wrapping up their big one here probably in the next 5 to 10 sessions, depending on what they do. So that's pretty exciting. Or you can check it out on VOD on YouTube. But today, I get to play Dav and his gruffly voice, who just made level 3 Artificer, Armor Guardian, so he finally gets his Thunder Gauntlet. So he's one half of the step way to become a Brawling Wizard gonna happen. I still haven't decided what I'm gonna do next level, but we'll see how this plays out. We're excited.
All right. So go give Bardic Dice a follow if you have not already, and check out the content he makes there. And I am Mark. I am the Dungeon Master, and I am excited. That's about all I have to say. We do have our sessions on YouTube as well. There's a podcast. So you can check those out. There are recaps that I updated finally in the Discord because I am on top of things, not a month behind. And what else? There's a cool channel in the Discord too. That's the Mystical Mishaps. You can post gifts in that and comments and funny things. I always love watching those as they come in through the camp or through the session, and like some of them are so perfect and they make me laugh so hard. So if you break us, bonus points to you as always. So enjoy that. And if for anybody who's new too, watching, this is a campaign where the chat interacts with the game as well. So you can use your channel points to add things to the game, subtract things, like the chance of crazy stuff happening. You can help the players. You can make it worse for them. Your choice. And those will be live after our intro. So
to be able to tell what's going on, there's a little bar below Mark, and it has a little lightning thing, and it
down
says
there.
Medium.
That's the risk of a mishap.
Yes, the higher it goes, the more when we do spells, crazy things happen.
Yep. So you can raise the mishap level, or you can lower it if you want to be nice.
Most people raise it.
Most people raise it,
Please
which
be
is
nice and
great.
lower it. Like, you want to be counter or like, different and fun and unique, you can lower it.
Yeah.
Don't give in to peer pressure. Don't be that guy.
I'm just gonna disable the lower thing tonight, just because.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what you can do after the intro. So let's start off with our intro so we can play in our session. All right, friends, we're back and ready to get into today's session. Let's start off with our recap. Our party is in the city of Lakeside, which is kind of Winnie's hometown here on this plane, and where her parents work at a school. So that's where they're staying at currently. It's like a college type thing. And there's lots of different studies there. Both their parents are teachers. They got some studying in with some of the professors and at the libraries and those different places, and they all leveled up to level 3 in that time. But that night they were kind of getting ready to go relax, rest up, get ready for some things for the next day. Euphemia decided she wanted to, explore, check things out a little bit, scope out the campus, see what's going on. The other 3 went back. Euphemia said she'd be there in like an hour or so. So she heads off. and the three others are all kind of having a heart-to-heart moment together with Winnie, and they get a note from Euphemia saying that something came up and she'll see them in the morning. So, various degrees of, that's weird, to, this seems pretty normal. So, ranged across the three of them, there's different like spectrums from like one to all the way, both extremes, and one in the middle. It's kind of how it works out. And some of them looked around, didn't see her anywhere, and they decided to go to bed. Eleanor got a letter that night that she was awaiting, which brought some apparently hard news to her. She was very upset afterwards. And they ended up spending the night sleeping there. Cut to Euphemia. She wakes up at a place that looks like it's underground. There's like roots hanging down along the walls, and it's very dark inside this chamber underground. And there's a little hatted figure sitting across from her at a table with like a tea party set up, basically, that's there, who begins to ask her questions because she's special. And she has some strange energy that's following her. Seemed unaware of her, but was just around her. And this little creature, known as Ram, that's how he introduced himself to Euphemia, just sort of asked questions and prodded things and was nice and then was mean and just all this awful things, led up to like a point where he tried to get really angry and pulled out a tooth from like the back of her mouth, a molar. So pretty unpleasant. But in that time, Euphemia tried to get the attention of this energy that she could not see. She was unaware of it. And on her second attempt, I believe, she sort of yelled at it in anger, and it seemed to notice her. And this overwhelming, like, coldness came to her, and she lost consciousness. She woke up the next morning, outside, nearby the school, just in the middle of nowhere, just like sore jaw, probably from a tooth being pulled. She began to make her way back to the group.
Weird dress.
She also was, she was given a dress.
We can't forget that.
Yep.
It's a nice little patched together dress.
She built it with love.
So, and Ashley actually drew Ram. So if you want to check that out, it's in the Discord. You can go see that. It's really cool.
So good.
So that's what we're picking up is
Fascinating creature.
oh yes. Euphemia is heading back to the school, and we'll pick up with her reaching the door.
Okay, cool. Yep, gonna knock on the door.
And Winnie, your mom, hustles over to the door, opens it up. Oh, Euphemia, good to see you. Hope your night was well. Please come in.
I'll just walk in. I'm gonna assume since I woke up in a field, I probably have stuff stuck in my hair and dirt and whatever else
Disheveled.
from this whole experience.
She's not gonna judge.
That's
At
nice.
least
of her.
outwardly.
Those druids.
Winifred, your friend is back.
I'll like get up and immediately run over to where you are, and I guess I'll notice you looking disheveled and be like, "Oh, I'm happy you're back. Where were you last night? If you don't mind my asking."
I was gonna come back. I didn't.
We got your note. I mean, I feel like you're probably, we just didn't know where you went.
A note?
You didn't leave. We sent a note. Do I have the note? I guess. Do I have
Sure,
it? Or
yeah.
no? Okay, I'll give it to you. Got your note. We got this.
If I look at it,
Mhm.
what does it look like?
Give me an investigation roll.
That's not very high. Oh, actually, 13.
Okay. I mean, it looks like your handwriting. You don't remember writing it.
Okay. I I don't remember writing this.
What do you mean you don't remember writing it?
Well,
You
I
don't have it, like, this isn't, like, you don't think you wrote this?
I don't think I wrote it.
Are we around? Do we hear them here?
I believe you were in the same room as Winnie. Dab's like up in
downstairs.
Winnie's room.
Yeah,
So-
he's like laying
Now he's like starting to go through stuff now and trying to look around.
snooping. Finds a
He's got
coin,
nothing else to
pockets
do.
it.
I mean, your mom is right there too, and she just is like, "Would you all like some breakfast? You seem like you're all a little on edge right now. Maybe we should all take a breath and calm down a little bit. I can make some tea." Yeah.
I guess if I give a little assessment to how Euphemia looks, is she like looking like tired, like very, like she needs food and rest and stuff, or does she look like more?
There might even be a little bit of blood, like at the corner of her mouth at this point.
Is there some? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess that'd probably be good. And I'll kind of usher you into like the area or the kitchen or whatever where we can eat and like, and I guess I'll probably like run and get Dav just because I'm like something's not right.
Well, no, I wasn't going through any. You have a nice.
You're like reading my journals. What?
I don't know. I just found it on the floor. Just opened up. I was trying to put it away.
I just opened this page. I was putting it back. I was just kind of looking like.
It's, we all went through it.
Anyway, Euphemia's back, but something's wrong. She said she didn't write the note, or she doesn't remember writing the note. I don't know. Her jaw looks all swollen. Something's kind of wrong. So you want to come down and, I don't know. We might need to regroup and figure out what's going on.
Might have been wrong. All right, I'll take that one on the chin. All right, I'll be right down.
Okay, and I'll run. I'll like scurry
You wanna make
downstairs. Like,
breakfast?
yes, yeah, you get food.
All right, cool. I'm on my way.
And I'll kind of run down and go back to where Euphemia is, and like, I'll help my mom
I'm
with
like
whatever.
picking twigs like out of your
Yeah.
hair and kind of fussing over you a little bit. I don't even know if you even noticed because you're probably really like, what is going on? But
I think I'm still trying to figure out how I even got here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just be helping my mom and like getting whatever stuff for like, I'll get like whatever first aid and stuff we have if it looks like she has like cuts and stuff and trying to patch her up.
Sounds good. So everyone's doting over you, Euphemia. Your favorite thing probably in the world.
This looks like my handwriting. Like, I think this is my handwriting, but I don't remember writing this.
I mean,
I was coming
kinda
back in an hour. Like, it was still dinner. I was coming back for dinner.
I'll like lean in close and be like, did you have too much to drink? Did you go out or something like that? It's okay if you did. I won't judge you. I just didn't know if maybe you like had too much to drink and don't remember writing the note. I don't know.
No.
Okay. I mean, it's
I
fine.
don't know.
Okay.
All right.
I guess
well, why don't you start from the beginning if you can?
Yeah.
Are you all right? Are you all right enough to talk?
I'm okay.
Yeah, your jaw looks a little swollen. Do you need like a pick me up? Like takes out a vial, like swishes it around, like for cure wounds thing.
No, I'll. It's fine. I'll deal with it later. I just wanted to like. I was just outside, and I was, just kind of like unwinding after all our stuff, and wanted to like check out the fuser stones and see what else was going on in the school, and then I wasn't there anymore. I was being a cat, and I was out, and I was exploring, and then I wasn't a cat anymore, and I wasn't in the school anymore.
Do you think it was like a mishap or something?
We didn't feel anything, I don't think.
I don't
Normally
think so,
we
but
feel it.
maybe the school suppressed it or something since we were gone.
Maybe.
Like suppressed our feeling of it. I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
don't remember feeling that when you when you turned into a cat last time.
That's
Usually doesn't seem to do that.
Okay, so you just got teleported outside of the school. Then what?
I woke up and it was like there was like roots everywhere and dirt. It was underground and I couldn't move because I was tied, and
Dreadful.
well, yeah, it wasn't great. She's like trying to like search her brain, like how do I even explain? Definitely like kind of like either like staring blankly at the table or just like kind of searching for then there was this little there was a creature there and he had a big hat. And
your mom comes over during this, like puts down tea and stuff and just kind of like gives a really strange look. She's still like trying to hide it, but like you could definitely see there's like a really strange look as Euphemia's talking.
Judgy.
I know this sounds insane, but how else do you explain it? Like, I gotta just explain what happened.
Didn't go to the tavern or anything? Because I mean, that's what it sounds like.
I didn't go to the I was gonna stay at the school.
All right, so
Very emphatically.
A man in a large hat.
No, well, I don't know if it was a man. It was really
a creature.
Small. He was so small. He was like this big, he was like Japnot's height.
All right.
Was it Japnot?
No.
No.
Would have been a lot. I don't think it was Japnot. I mean, his name was Ram.
Okay.
All right.
And he made me this, and then I'm gonna dig out this. Take the dress out of my bag and just like throw it on the table. Like, see, I'm not crazy. This really didn't.
Mark, on a scale of 1 to 10, like how dirty is this?
I would say it's probably like with 10 being like absolute like trash to 1 being nice. It's probably like a 7. Like
pretty dirty. It did come from the trash, so it's.
Can I like investigate like some of the like patches of stuff? Someone like
don't touch that.
Don't
touch that. No, I don't think you should touch that.
You're just fine.
It's fine. It just he made it
you.
from stuff from the garbage, so it might be a little dirty. Sorry, but
it's dreadful. I don't. Okay, what? You just need to get it all out. This is horrifying.
Have you never had to dumpster dive? Oh, we'll get into that later. Never mind. It happens, you know, when you don't got coin and you need to get stuff.
So at first I was like pretty worried because like why I didn't really like that I was like I couldn't move, and also kind of seems like he must have like I don't know, like knocked me out or something to get me there. It was weird. But he made it was a whole tea party. He just wanted to have a tea party.
What?
Yeah, I was about to say, I was gonna like
your mom again kind of like turns her head slightly in the kitchen area. It's like by the table, just gets back to work.
This is where the mom's like making up chores to do in the kitchen. So yeah, you can keep hearing this because she just
Oh, she is 100% eavesdropping on this conversation.
Yeah. What are these kids
fantastic.
on?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, at least he claims that he saw me drinking tea at the tavern, so that's why he had tea there.
He was at the tavern?
I asked him if he was at the tavern, and he said yes.
Okay.
So...
Seeing anyone with a big hat.
But he also had... There was cakes and cookies and like little bakery things. He had a whole spread. It was like some of it was kind of crumpled and weird. I think he got it from some bakery, like garbage or something.
Some good stuff in the dumpster.
Garbage again. Oh no.
but he was kind of trying to be nice. I think he was trying to be nice.
I mean, he kidnapped you and like brought you there without asking. So how nice could he have been?
That's true. Yep, not great.
You clearly have. That's not jam.
Oh, he pulled he yanked one of my teeth out.
What? What? Why?
That's dreadful. Are you serious?
Okay, that's later though. But a lot of other things happen.
Can we pause for 1 second as we go to he yanked one of my teeth out? Mike's just shaking his head like crazy when he lost an eye for his thing.
That's true. That's
true. That's voluntary. Okay.
Why is that the line for you?
Just saying. So okay, back to the scene.
It's in context.
It's great. The reason he took me, he said, because he wanted to talk to me. I think he was trying to make me comfortable with the tea party, but like, I don't know, it was pretty weird. I wasn't that comfortable. I think the thing he kept saying was that I was special, and that's why he wanted to talk to me. Which
Why did he say you were
Really, like-
special? Like, what did he say made you? I mean, I think you're special, but why did he?
I
Why did he think
thanks,
so?
Winnie. That's not.
Not like you're special, but like you're special,
There's
Just look at
something.
Dad.
There's something following me? Question mark. There's something following me or like attached to me that he could see.
What kind of? Did he say anything about what it is?
Well, that's the thing. He didn't really know. So we did some like experiments and we tried to like figure out what it was because I was, well, if you can see it, then like maybe he could help me see it because I've never heard of anybody like having something attached to them following them around. But we couldn't quite figure it out. I would say that statement. I'm genuinely disappointed that we couldn't figure it out.
So why did he pull your tooth out? Why did that happen?
He was trying to make me mad and see if like we thought that it's some kind of like energy and we thought that maybe we could kind of provoke it.
Did it work?
Oh, so it's for experiment's sake.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, then it's not as bad then. I mean, if you were in on it.
Well, I didn't know he was gonna do it, but
Rosella comes over, puts some food down on the table, slowly backs away.
Thank you, Miss Lori. That's very nice. It just looks fantastic.
he also
apologetic look like I'm so sorry.
Quick question, Ash. Is Euphemia talking like she always is in a very like kind of like her very matter of fact, or is there any like almost like does she come off at all like paranoia or like kind of hard to believe at all? Like, is there any reason for like Dav or any of them to be like maybe she's just having another episode, or anything like that?
I would actually say she's trying to explain this as clearly as she can because she's desperate for you to believe it.
Okay.
Was it kind of like what? Was it kind of like what happened to you, like before when you had that dream? Like, was it like a dream or was it? I mean, obviously,
No.
This
was real.
Hmm.
This is very real.
I mean, you do have the evidence.
I mean, look at this dress.
But-
I didn't make this.
Yes, that's the most
that's
horrid
fair.
thing I've ever seen, to be honest. This whole situation sounds horrifying. I do not know how you are so calm right now. You have a great amount of poise to you, Euphemia. I must say I am very impressed right now.
Your obsession with the dress and not anything else is starting to...
No, the teapot, this whole thing, no. The creature kidnapping, all of it's horrid, but this seems to sum it up in what is sitting right in front of us. Do you know what I'm saying?
He could see the mist too, by the way. Remember that mist that I kept thinking I was seeing?
The mist you saw
Yes.
before?
It wasn't the thing that's there, but he said that it was real. And he said that it was because we aren't supposed to be here. I don't know what that means.
Aren't supposed to be here. What?
What does that mean?
Does he mean
What did,
everybody, or?
He just said it was because we weren't supposed to be here. I said, why? And he said, I don't know.
Does he mean, do you still see it now?
Can I still see it now, or it went away after
Yeah,
a
you
while?
don't see it.
Yeah. It's not there now, but I kind of asked him if like what was attached to me. That's what I thought he meant at first, but it's not. It's different, he said.
Do you think
Did-
it's...
But he could see it.
The woods?
It wasn't just me.
And he just let you go? He just... How did this whole interaction end?
I don't really remember because I think we did kind of get the thing, this thing that's following me to like, it felt like it was looking at me, but I couldn't see it. And then it got really cold and then I don't remember. And then I woke up way out outside of the school.
Mark, Dad's gonna start ritually casting Detect Magic.
Okay. Sounds good.
Is it? Hey, Mark, do I still feel cold or did that fade?
It's gone.
Okay.
So he let you go.
I don't know. I blacked out.
Oh, all right. Have you ever blacked out before where you don't remember anything?
I mean, not that I'm aware of, really. I mean, the library kind of was like that, but I was awake. But this wasn't a dream. This was real. He was real. Ram was real.
Yes, I believe.
And
it.
he poured me a cup of tea, and he wasn't touching the teapot. It was just in the air.
So he's
Like,
magical of some nature.
And he would be sitting at the end of the table, and then all of a sudden he would like appear behind me, and then the ram sitting on the table would just like fade. Really unnerving.
Is he here now?
No.
I was just gonna
Said he's
say, if he
following
said,
you.
well, if he said he's in the tavern, none of us saw him. Do you think he's following you still?
I mean, I don't see him.
But I don't know if any of it. Did you see him in the tavern or any of our?
Things
I've
could be
never seen him
invisible.
before.
Well, I suppose the question is now is how are you feeling and what should we do about this?
And clearly we're getting back at him, right? Gonna go track him down.
No, he didn't. All he wanted to do was figure out what was following me. I really
I
don't
kinda-
think.
I mean, if he didn't really get any answers, I do wonder if he's gonna. We don't really have to look for him. I wonder if he's gonna come find you again. I don't know.
Kind of the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're right.
So we must make sure you are not alone.
See,
I-
yeah, that's what I was worried about, but you know, it
Yeah.
happens.
I mean, I like my privacy as much as you, I'm sure, Euphemia, in some ways.
Here's-
Perhaps you like it more, but I don't know if going off
Here's
by
the
yourself
thing,
is-
though. I want to figure out what this thing is. What is this thing? Like, why is it there? And I think we almost figured it out.
Are you saying you want to make a partnership with him? Ally
Well, like-
with him in some way?
Well, like, what if he comes up with some other idea and he wants to try something else that we can maybe do? Like, maybe
You know,
we
I
can
read
figure it out.
about this in a fairy tale one time. It's called Stockholm Syndrome. You know, you just give it some time. I mean, he did some weird stuff to you.
Okay, but can you see the thing and tell me what it is? Because he could.
I'm gonna look really hard around her.
Yeah, you don't say anything.
Really. Trying so hard though.
You are trying real hard.
Oh,
Don't strain yourself, but no, you don't say anything.
she's like going cross-eyed, trying.
Come on.
Eyes twitching.
Yeah.
Euphemia, have you seen anything?
No. So
And how do you know there is something?
because I felt it. And I
Mhm.
felt it looking at me just like I felt something looking at me after the library.
The library thing was very strange.
It felt really similar.
What if Ram? What if he caused both of these things? Has this happened
all the way in
before the
city?
library to you? You don't know how long he's been following you.
Mark, has this happened to me before the library?
Not like this, no. This
Yeah.
is different.
But you said you felt like the creature was different than him, right? Like
The
the thing that looked
the
at
thing,
you.
It's
the
not.
thing was
I don't know if it's a creature. It's like it might not. It's just there. Like he said energy. Like it's just a thing, a shadow.
But the thing felt
Euphemia.
different than him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that whatever might be happening to you has to do with where you are from? Because you said that there is powerful something at play where magic does not work, correct?
It doesn't work the same.
Yes. Do you think it's connected in some way?
I
Or
guess
you
it's
picked up
possible.
something there.
Like no one else has said anything ever. Like I asked him if somebody at the school might be able to see it, and he said he didn't think so.
So it's something to think about, I suppose. Are you in contact with anyone back at your home? You could talk
Yeah.
to, see if anyone is experiencing something similar.
Possibly. I'm waiting on some letters from people back that way, so maybe I can reply to them soon.
Just want to check in. You sent those in the city, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you told them to contact you where?
In Lakeview.
Okay.
Yep, I wrote that we were going to Lakeview.
So it might, I don't know if it is connected, but it might be at least. It's worth a shot.
It's a thought.
So, and I'm the last one to judge. I'm putting myself on your side on this one, giving you the benefit of the doubt for everything, because I believe you. But you want to let this guy do this to you to get answers, right?
No. I want to talk to him again if he thinks of something else. I have a feeling, based on how this went, that no matter if I'm alone or not, I don't know that that would necessarily prevent anything from happening either.
Well, I think if you talk to him next, it should be more on your terms and not as a whatever that was. I don't know. He sounds a bit unhinged.
Oh, he's definitely good and bad. You know, that kind of
You want to try
feeling.
and contact him?
I don't know how I would, but maybe at some point it would be worth trying.
You could leave him a garbage gift. Maybe he'd like that.
Garbage. Oh.
If he likes the garbage, I don't know.
Disdain or appalled.
You're describing her
good.
worst nightmare.
I'll
On
forgive
like
you a
every
few
level.
things, but
I think I don't know if there's anything I can do about it now, but there was certainly a lot to think about and kind of just see, like, I wonder, like, we got its attention, and I don't know if maybe I can recreate that on my own even at some point. Or maybe we can recreate it at some point.
The question is, do you want to get its attention?
Well, how else do I figure out how to get rid of it? Like, what if it's, you know, what if that's what gives me nightmares all the time?
I mean, perhaps, but do you want to provoke something that you don't understand quite yet?
So we'll get the detect magic up about right now. I didn't track it perfectly, but we'll just say it's 10 minutes.
Seems about right.
So the only things that you detect with the detect magic is the same sort of wards on the location that you sensed before. This thing I did forget to mention before, and I'll just say it like it is there. There is like a minor bit of magic coming from Eleanor's clothing.
it kind of just gives you a little up and down.
I like give him like a what like sort of.
Don't think you
It's a
sense
nice
anything
dress.
else, though. Can't think of anything.
Alright.
It's not on the note.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't sense anything on you. Just put up a little like boo-boo radar thing, you know. Nice dress.
Oh, like magic or something?
Thank you.
Yeah. So I can't sense anything on you as far as magic, but doesn't answer a lot of things either.
No, I just have more
Plus-
questions now.
As it's only 30 feet.
So the note is not magical.
No.
I had wondered if. Well, there's a spell I have just learned that you can make false documentation, essentially. And
Mark, also, would a spell book show up as magical in a detect magic zone?
No.
Fair enough.
But you have a spell that can fake people's handwriting?
essentially, you can make. I believe, I have not tried it out for myself yet, I have just learned it, but you can make it so that you can have others see what you want them to see. So, while the real nature of it can be reserved for just one person that you choose or whatever. So if I wanted to send a secret letter to Davril, but I didn't want anyone else to read it, I would make Davril's be normal, and then the rest would be what I want them to see. But
that would show up in your little scan thing, right? If it would
yes,
that,
it would have
that.
shown up, I believe. It would be magical.
Potentially, unless it's not on there anymore. But I would assume if the illusionary is still up, then yes.
So what all did you send Davril?
Your dress, and obviously a few of their normal stuff here, but
All right.
pry into that.
And that's it?
Mhm.
Interesting.
Can I look at the note and like hold it up to like light and kind of just see if there's anything that stands out about it? Like with the paper used, ink, anything that seems strange.
Give me an investigation roll.
Is it also from the garbage?
Yeah, seriously. I think I don't have any investigation. I forget. Nope. 12.
Okay. I mean, it's just like a scrap of paper and regular like a pencil writing on it. Nothing special about it.
Euphemia, do you write with pencils or do you pens, ink? Do you pencils on you?
I mean, whatever's handy. My notes in my notebook are usually pencil. It's just easier, but...
Look in your notebooks. Is there any pages missing that you, like, is this from your notebook? It's from someone else.
Sure.
I can look.
I can flip through too.
This would just be, like, my notebook that has, like, field notes in it and, like, you know, some pressed plants and stuff.
Start going through it, and there's like a little spot that's torn out that fits exactly this piece of paper.
I'll just open it and show you.
So obviously, I mean, whether it was
Did
you
not
and
write that.
Well,
maybe he did a spell on you and made you forget. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he
forced
made
to do
you.
it, yeah.
Without you realizing.
There's lots of magic that works along all of those lines that was suggested, so...
I mean, if you don't remember how you got there and you don't remember how you got back, it could be that this thing, Ram or whatever, has the power to do lots of different things. I don't know.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
what field-
Different powers.
What field did you end up in? Do you know where it was?
It was just outside of the school. Wasn't anything special, right, Mark?
Yeah, just nearby the school, so you could get back
Yeah.
pretty easily.
We didn't feel a mishap go off with the detect magic, did we?
No.
I mean, I guess the note says I would be back in the morning, and he made sure I was back in the morning, but...
Well, if we see this creature again, what do we do? I still do not think you should go off alone, Euphemia. If you want to talk to him, I think we should do it on your terms, and not on whatever that horrid night sounds like it was.
I would be interested to see if he would talk to any of you, or if he sees anything on any of you.
Why don't you ask
If
him
he,
to
like-
come up right now? See if he can hear you.
At this point, Rosella comes over. We can just leave all this alone. We don't need any sort of things
Sorry,
to talk
Miss
about
Laurie.
creatures.
We can go somewhere else if you don't want us to do that here.
I am glad you all have such vivid imaginations, but let's all just behave ourselves over here, please. Thank you.
Oh yes, we absolutely will. We are only discussing some options.
We don't want trouble.
Of course not.
Sorry.
We will not take advantage of your hospitality. Do not worry.
I mean, you're not
won't do
denying
that.
that it's real, right? Like the
All right,
potential
no.
of-
Well, let's all.
I'll
I mean, like, as an academic.
I put like a little arm around Davril. Like, let's take a stroll about the ground.
No, I'm fine.
Davril, I
I'm
really
gonna-
think we should.
I'm gonna glare at you really hard and be like, "Let's go."
Thanks, Miss Laura. I appreciate the morning tea.
I'm gonna
You all
take the
be
dress with me
safe.
when we leave. For sure. Shove it back in my backpack.
Also, Eleanor, look, I know you said about secret messages, but I'm flattered, but it's complicated for me. I'm not interested.
Oh my.
just want to put up a boundary and just put that space there now.
Oh,
before-
Davril. Oh,
Look,
dear.
I know the
I am
dashing.
far.
I know it's a mysterious thing going on, but
Oh, Davril.
Just-
I'm
just
far
want
too
you to
busy
know.
for this. I'm far too busy.
you're the one talking about secret notes. But anyways, so look, are we outside now?
Yeah.
Before we leave, though, before we leave, I'm gonna apologize to my mom and be like, there's lots of strange things happening with monster hunting. It's okay. We're not gonna do anything dangerous. Don't worry. And I'll kind of like, sorry, didn't mean to.
She's just gonna like
Bring
lean
too
in
much-
just to talk to you. Like, is your friend all right? She doesn't seem well in the head.
I think she's okay. She has a lot of magical strange things happen to her. We've had a lot of mishaps, so maybe I think it might have just been a mishap. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'll take care of her. Don't worry.
Do keep
We'll
an
be
eye
fine.
on her. She seems a little erratic with her behavior.
Yeah, I will. I'll take care of her. It's okay. Thank you. Thanks for breakfast. And I'll kind of run away. But when I leave, like as I get, because are they all outside still? Like you guys are.
I
outside?
definitely
definitely
heard
hear
it,
Dav.
Davril out of them. Like, we are not having this discussion.
Yeah.
I
Travis
was
having a loud
just following
discussion by the
them.
time
Yeah.
we catch back up with them.
Okay. Because I'll be like walking out and like I guess I don't know. I'm gonna try and like. Did you take the trash dress with you, by the way, or no?
I shoved it back in my
Trash
backpack.
There we go.
This
Trash.
is my one shred of evidence. I'm not losing it.
True.
Can I? Oh, never mind. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna. I guess I'll just join them, and I'm gonna also look around just really closely to see if I feel like anything's following us. Any
Okay.
weird ram creatures?
I mean, you look
How
for
did
things.
that-
You don't see anything following you. No.
Okay.
Hey, Mark.
I'll just-
Quick question for you.
Yeah.
Just to confirm, when he did detect magic, did it ping the letter I got at all?
No.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. That was one thing that I was like, I wonder if it has something on it too. But
The letter
good
did
to
not
know.
ping.
just wanted to confirm that.
And his own stuff would ping, I was assuming.
Whatever your
But
things
just-
are, yeah, too. If you have magic items on you, yes.
I wasn't sure if infusions counted under that as well.
Yeah, anything that's magical
So
on you
technically-
you'd already
yeah.
know about it though. So
Cool. Awesome. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, what kind of like academic isn't going to like question the
Davro.
normal things going on?
Davro.
I'm just saying.
Davril, you are talking so loudly right now.
Yeah,
You need to lower your tone like a gentleman.
it's the gruff. It's hard to talk. It's hard to
There you
talk
go.
quietly for people to hear.
Yes.
It hurts.
Very good.
All right.
Quietly, it hurts.
It does. It's hard to speak like this. Both as Michael and as Steph.
Hey,
That's why there's a blast of volume.
was dinner with Winnie's parents okay? They didn't seem that excited to see us yesterday, and that definitely, I don't know, it's still a little weird.
Am I caught up by this point or no?
catch up with them pretty easily.
We'll walk away from the house too. Like maybe
Yeah.
there's like I'm sure like
Like
there's
a
like
courtyard or something.
yeah, there's like a nice little
garden or
courtyard to
something.
sit and talk or something. Yes. Okay. Dinner was all right, I think.
Oh, hi. Sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, my parents obviously are a little bit traditional in the sense like I think they're used to magic working the way it's supposed to and things working the way they're supposed to. I think this whole monster world and mishaps and stuff like that is not really up their alley. And so they're a little bit limited on they're very traditional.
Certainly not
But how do
doing
you
much
push
to help
magic
that.
past where it
Sorry.
needs to go? Yeah, sorry.
What'd you say? What did you say?
Oh, we certainly haven't done a very good job of helping make that appear more normal for any of us.
Yeah, we
No.
all have very unique situations, and
Correct.
it must be explained rather tactfully if we want others to even consider to believe us. I think that it's easy for others to dwell in a protective sphere of nothing getting past. It's easy here at the school to
Things don't
ignore
really happen
mishaps.
here that are it's a pretty I don't know, safe community. There's not a lot
Things
that happens.
normally happen here. I was still at the school.
Correct. Which makes me wonder if, the barriers and things for magic are just for mishaps, if this thing is able to get past them easily. I don't know. It's interesting though. Where were you that this happened? Can you take us there? Not that I don't know if it matters, but just to see. I don't know.
It was like outside of the actual buildings, right? It was just kind of off the edge.
I think you were kind of like on their way back to the gardens, you were saying. So.
Mm-hmm.
We can look if you like. See if we can find any remnants, perhaps.
I would be curious to see if there's any like human tracks or signs of like somebody, like a scuffle or anything like that.
Oh,
I did
also,
hear some of the people talking about a cat running around. So.
Oh, that was me.
That's good. Wait, do you can I see? I know it's like gross and you don't like it, Eleanor, but can I see the dress? I just want to look at. I don't know. I just want to see, just to look at it.
Just drag it back out of the bag.
Okay. If I examine it, like, because I want to look like the stitching, I want to look like the fabrics used. Like, can I tell what, like, I don't know, anything about this?
Sure.
Maybe what garbage is it? What garbage it came from? What's going on?
He said
Can I
he.
assist her at all?
You may also
I
roll,
got a
yes.
3. Yeah, someone else roll because I got nothing.
He said it came from a bunch of other dresses that people threw away.
Mm.
Yeah.
16, you said? Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's garbage, obviously. Like, it's pieces of scrap put together, but it's
Garbage.
like, it's stitched together pretty nicely. Like,
That's
there's not really any
fantastic.
distinguishing features about it. It's all pretty plain, but it's put together with care, at least you can tell.
Do the stitches?
Go ahead.
And I guess I'll even say this since I can't get much from my 3. Do the stitches look like? I don't know if this guy patched this thing together. Didn't he patch that weird monster together? He didn't make that, did he? Do the stitches look similar to the monster stitches at all,
Oh
or no?
dear, Winifred, that is a very astute statement.
If he likes patching things, I don't know. If I look at it, does it look like the same kind of stitching?
I mean, skin and fabric work differently, so there are different
Correct.
things for sure. But
I
They're
want
the same, I thought.
I want to say we even said those looked more like sutures on the creature.
But I don't know if he likes.
But
I don't know. Just a thought.
Plus-
If he likes making things.
Why send that thing at us that would have clearly killed us if we weren't with the other group? Then
It made.
if he just wanted
but
to
it-
talk to her this time.
I don't think he would
But it
have
was-
done that.
But it was sent to us when another group was there. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't sent to us when we were by ourselves in the woods. We would have been dead. It was sent.
Really
It was
risky.
sent when. It was sent when something. And you got to see the smoke then for some reason. I don't know if the mist was. I don't know.
On the note of the mist, Euphemia, can you inform us if you see it again, especially outside of the woods? Because my wondering if he knows something about that. Is it we're not supposed to be here like in the woods, or we're not supposed to be here the area of this continent, or is it we're not supposed to be here
Plane.
this entire plane? This plane was created.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not just like making that up now because he said he saw it too. So
Oh, I didn't think.
Unprompted, I'm assuming.
I'm still on the board, but I believe you.
I asked.
Wait, did
him
anyone
about
else see the?
mist.
Did anyone see the mist besides Euphemia, or just her? Right.
only
else did,
two,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember if because I knew you saw it twice, and I couldn't remember if 2
Mhm.
people saw it or if you just saw it again. I couldn't remember.
I don't think
Yeah.
he sent that thing after us.
I know.
So there's one of the things he said was that there's more like him. Because I was asking him like who else could see this, and he said they weren't nice.
I see.
So maybe
Comforting thought.
but I don't really think he would have done that. I don't see why he would have done that. Although he did a lot of things, I didn't really know why. But
Yes.
We
I
went
mean,
back to before we left. Why don't you try calling him? See if he answers.
I don't know that he just like is gonna come when I call him.
Don't
And
have
I
to
think that he
drive.
did whatever he wants.
Hey, Ram, it'd be wonderful to meet you since you greeted her. We just want to talk. If you want to join us. Winnie's got candy.
Oh,
Alright.
I do have candy.
We can find some from the trash, maybe. Put it in
Oh
the
my
bathroom.
gosh.
Here's where the dry
Drop on the
scientific
ground.
method.
if we like kind of start looking around in the field, is there any signs of like
That's what I was wondering. Like
anything?
Sure, give me perception rolls if you want to take a look
either
around.
like the place that I went missing at, like the last place I remember being,
Yeah, go for it.
or
Can I investigate that area instead of perceive? Or is it just perception on that one?
Sure, if you want to roll investigation.
14.
2, 14.
2.
17.
I'm too horrified by the description of this creature. Like it's just really getting to
Too
me.
much.
What'd you get down?
Yeah, 8.
8, okay. So as you guys are like arriving there and you're talking, Euphemia, you look and see like there's a couple students like staring over at Dev as he's like yelling for Ram like randomly, but they just kind of like look and keep walking. No one else really seems to be around. They don't see anybody. No one else sees anybody that's just like watching you guys besides a couple students who just take note of the guy screaming for Ram. The area, there's really nothing, the script, like nothing noticeable about it. It's pretty mundane. There's just like a path that has some grass around it. Don't see any noticeable footprints that look concerning. There's nothing in the grass. Just
Okay.
normal.
How did you get that note last night, by the way?
I
did you get
forgot.
through it?
And
What was
how
the
did we
question?
get it, Mark? How did we get the note? I don't remember how we got it.
Winnie's mom said that somebody dropped it off.
Who
Oh.
dropped it off? That's what I want to know. Who dropped off the note to them?
I mean, I think our consensus is that right now we think it's you.
But like maybe I don't remember it. So
We could ask her. Potentially, Winifred, you should ask her because.
Do you want me to do it now? I can go back and ask. Or should I wait?
It would seem like we're still talking about it and being obsessive about it. To be
Now
fair.
or later?
Like if you go back now, it would seem like, oh, we're still talking about it on the outside instead of doing something else.
so
Oh,
So
I mean,
we're
We just got
trying
kicked
to-
out for talking about it, that's all.
No, we didn't. No, I said we should leave. She did not kick us out. No,
Well-
I'm just saying we need to play our cards carefully. We should not play into if people might
Paranoia,
think.
like-
Yes. So,
It's-
Winifred,
maybe don't-
you know your mother best. When do you think would be a good time to ask her and not have her be?
I think if I run back in now, because I think us bringing it up later will make it seem like we've been thinking about it all day instead of just now. So I'm going to go back in really fast and just ask her, kind of see how that.
Perhaps you can
that
say, it will put my friend at ease just to know this, and then we will lay it
Yeah.
to rest or whatever.
Yeah, that was my.
or we
that
need
was
to
my thought.
thank them for passing it on or whatever.
Okay, I'll go try that. So I'm gonna like scurry back to the house and like. Oh wait, sorry.
I was about to say we could probably head over to where Euphemia disappeared and start looking while she does
Yeah.
that. We can meet up.
That's where you guys were investigating.
were.
So
Oh, I thought we went to the field. My bad.
We can go out there if you want. It's not that far.
Oh, where she reappeared.
Yeah, that's where I thought we were, but
oh, okay. Yeah, I was
Well,
talking
Winnie
about
had
like,
asked me
in the school.
to take you to like where I disappeared first.
Oh,
or
sure,
where I
sure,
last
sure.
remembered
Sure,
being,
sure.
so.
So when you run back real quick to go try to catch
Mhm.
your parents,
Well, like,
they're
And I'll
gathering
just
their
kinda go back
things,
and-
looking like they're ready to go to class here.
okay. Hi. Sorry. One last question. Mom, where did who dropped off the note? I'm just trying to make sure that we're just trying to calm her down and kind of see where some gaps in memory might be, or like make sure we can know what's wrong, get her the help she needs,
Give me a
Can we drop
persuasion
us a
roll.
note?
That's a lot of talk.
Just to use far enough words to people, they'll eventually do I have any persuasion?
You all have rerolls as well too, just so you all know.
I do. And I'm going to use it
You
because
can use your reroll in this, okay?
5 just ain't gonna cut it.
All right.
Oh yeah, way better. 18.
And she just kind of like shakes her head, just like, it was just a student.
Do you remember who they were?
You could probably find them. It was just a student dropping it off, though.
Yeah, I would like for her to be able to talk to them and just, remind her that she gave the letter to them. So if you could just let me know who they are, that'd be awesome.
I'll see if I can find them.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna go, see what else I can do, but I appreciate the help.
Mark, you do that
Love you guys.
strange, polite smile so well. Like, it just cuts me to the core.
It's all like,
Um,
ooh.
Okay, I'll run. Love you guys. Have a good day. And I'll kind of just run out and then run back to. Okay. Okay. All right. So, I apparently a student gave it to my mom. My mom's gonna try and find the student. I don't know if she seemed a little bit weirded out by the whole thing, but she said she'll try and find them so we can know who it is.
All right.
Student.
What's
So
your-
whether
Oh, I just wonder if I am the one that gave it to them, like if they noticed if there's anything weird or
that, or the Ram might have given it to them and they can give some sort of description of what he looks like, or it was Ram himself and he's able to disguise himself.
Yeah, I can
Ask
discuss
you.
myself. It's not out of the realm
That's
of possibility.
Yeah, I know people who can disguise themselves, so I don't think it'd be that crazy for them to appear as a student, but at least if we could, it's a lead, I guess, Okay.
So, Euphemia, what do you need? Would you like to take the day to study or rest? Would you like to keep busy? I think some of this, I don't know what else we can do, can we? Until, are there any other leads we can even follow? Do we want to at this moment?
Well, I know Winnie said something about maybe there being opportunities to look for work in town.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to see if Japnut heard anything back from my friend.
We could definitely do that.
Also, you said this person looked like Japnut.
Well,
Like
he was like
they-
the same height, kind of, but he was pretty round and his skin was really dark.
Like a different race? Not sure. All right.
It's hard to know.
A gnome
He had
or
a really big
something?
hat on. Would you say?
Like a gnome or something like that?
Vaguely, but I don't think so.
All right.
Interesting.
Just so you all know, we do not need to dwell on this long. But I did receive word back from my parents in Rise. I had asked for aid. Alexander has beaten them to it. So that is not an option anymore.
Wait,
Wait,
they aided him?
they didn't, and they don't believe you?
No.
Oof. Ouch.
It was rather unpleasant. I was thinking about it all last night, and I think that they have some way to keep in contact with him quickly. Because I sent them that letter when we were in Heaven's Reach, and I asked them to write me back the next day, and they did. Heidi got that letter almost immediately, and in their reply to me, they said that they told Alexander I talked to them. And then he has so kindly offered to set something up so that I can recover my broken mind. I don't know what that means. I do not want to know what that means. But it is. They have a way to contact him. We had done, but at least 2 years ago, we did not.
Do you guys like stone? Like what do those work between planes? Like what we have to Heidi?
I think it can. Yes.
I was about to ask,
Spells.
Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe he gave them, especially if this thing is like. I don't know. I feel like things, a demon, whatever, might know maybe some about magic that we may not. So it may have like a ability to get something powerful that can communicate between.
Well, yes, and if he already can do many things with his mind,
Mm-hmm.
Talking in some way.
Is your family magical?
No.
Do they have
But
money?
they employ a lot of like magical means.
Yes. Most of what we used was bought. Either items or hiring the service of magic users to do what we needed.
Your dab under his breath must be nice.
Jeez. It was convenient. So, yes, so that is out of the running. I also have realized that perhaps I have been foolish with thinking that anyone would believe me. As we were saying with Euphemia in the house, don't want to add to others' delusions about myself. And I am now feeling at a loss of when to ask for aid and when not to. Because if even my own parents, who have seen how I've run my life from birth, do not believe me and think me capable of everything he says, then who will believe me?
Well, you didn't do anything wrong.
They say that, they believe that I tried to kill him. Even when I laid out play by play of what happened, it didn't matter.
Is there anyone who you know that your brother wasn't as close to or doesn't have contact with or doesn't have ability to have contact with, but someone who like you knew exclusively? Not that we need, or someone who could be, I guess, are there people who, if we gain a reputation for ourselves, like if you become a successful monster hunter, that they would then be more influenced by you and less influenced by him?
I would hope that credibility would do something. The more power we have.
Yeah.
I would hope. I don't know.
Well, we really are a bunch of outcasts, aren't we?
I mean, hopefully
Eleanor
we're on our
just
way
looks
to...
like away, like she just doesn't even want.
I was gonna say it's kind of just like.
I meant that
Well-
in the fact of we believe you. So, regardless of no one else believes us and our stuff. At least we have each other's backs.
We do have a lot of situations of very strange things happening, though. And a lot, like, with your Alexander's thing, you have a thing following you. There's lots of, like, very scary things going on, or, I feel like the more we learn about, like, how some of these monsters work or how this world works with magic, I feel like we may be able to have answers to all of these questions. Maybe a little bit more.
Well,
Well
I do appreciate all of you trusting me. As you know, especially now, that is a rare gift that I cannot underestimate or understate how much I appreciate that. But I want to be careful of how often I bring up Fusor and Alexander at the moment. And I'm just telling all of you that too. I don't want unintended consequences before I'm ready for them.
Because of what your reputation has become, you mean?
Yes, and if Alexander is now aware that I'm still poking around, that greatly worries me. And if he's trying to make moves potentially to try and stop me and even take me out of the picture, I don't know what that means, and I don't want to know.
Yeah, maybe best to lie low for a little bit until we gain more knowledge or resources or something. Because if he's, like I said last night, if you're going to become more of a threat, he may start, or the thing may start seeing you as something that needs to be taken out as opposed to just something that needs to be silenced, you know?
Yes.
So maybe we might need to wait until we have a little bit more, we know a little bit more, or until we're, you know.
Yes. I do still want to speak with the woman that is working with the fusor because I think it's important. I may gauge how she. If I do not want to bring up. I worry Alexander might be doing something to fusor, but I don't know how to quite go about that. So
You could talk about bad batches that you've heard and seen some experiments of. You just wanted to make sure that this fusor was not part of that, and as being a representative, that's why you just wanted to look into it.
Potentially.
My, I mean, I could, not that it would be helpful, but, I can ask. Oh my gosh, I keep saying Curtis. It's not Curtis.
Ernest.
Ernest. I cannot stop saying Curtis. I just keep
similar
thinking Curtis.
sound.
Yeah, I'm like, oh,
No wonder you're
Curtis. I'm like,
mixing
no,
it,
it's not
yeah.
Ernest seemed to, I don't know, he may know something. I don't know about, how much, but I think that we use some of those resources here. So we could,
Well,
I could just see if there's any rumors, at least.
And when we ask about the fusor, I mean, we can ask about it in the context of mishaps only and not bring up your brother at all.
Yes. Yeah, perhaps I will not be so blunt and stating my concerns. And
we can
does
pose
sort
it, yeah,
of
it's something
dance
is
around
wrong.
it.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
that's really,
unused.
yeah.
I'm used to having to be subtle, but I'm not used to having to
Hide.
deceive. Does that make sense?
Deception. It's just not drawing attention to that part of.
Subtlety is an annoyance in the path of knowledge.
You should put that on a plaque. Okay.
It used to be
T-shirt.
stitched. My mom used to, hand stitch that on a thing at home.
On all your pillowcases.
Cross stitch.
Yeah, cross stitch, that's what it's called.
I was being sincere. I feel like that'd be a plaque here in the school. They put phrases like that all around to like.
I think it'd be the
opposite.
opposite. I think subtlety is required on the path of knowledge here. They're like seemingly unwilling to question things here.
Mm-hmm.
It's out
Sometimes.
of the norm.
Sometimes in some people, I think that a lot of people think, or they like to have like the platitude or whatever of like being like, okay, yeah, we like to question things, we think critically, but when you actually think critically or question things or things differently, that's what you get checked for. So I think it's the appearance of liking to do those things without the actual doing it.
Blech.
Pretty
Yeah.
terrifying to sit with things that you don't know.
In this case, I feel like that's all we have is a bunch of things we don't know.
Yep.
So. So where should we start? What should we do?
Well, did we want to look at job postings?
We will need
We were
money
supposed-
regardless.
Well,
We'll
yes,
need money
because we're
to
waiting
fund
for
it.
Ernest, correct, to set up an appointment for us for.
Yeah, he said he'd let me know. I don't know how or when or.
So.
Actually, I'm sorry, really fast, Mark. Do I know, like, even just from this message thing, do I know of how, like, messages get passed along here in the school? Is that, like, a system? Is it just like, hey, like, you just hear about it? Like, how does that work typically?
Like messages to who?
I don't know,
In the
like
school system, you mean?
yeah, like how would Ernest let me know? Like, would it be like, would I know? Like, oh yeah, I just get a message from someone, or is it like a magical? Like, do I know how that works ever? Or no, is that just
Ernest would likely either find you or tell your parents or something. That's kind of how he would handle it in the past.
okay? Just curious. Yeah, I think we'll know when he wants to contact me. He said he'd set something up. So I guess in the meantime, we can see what jobs are in town.
Yes. Can keep the mind busy so we don't actually go mad from wandering.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Okay. So you guys are heading to look at the job board.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. As you feel the buzz of your mishaps pretty low right now. Pretty low.
Ooh, feeling pretty good.
Treat your day like it.
Especially as you're leaving the school grounds, so it's kind of a good timing for that.
Relief. Yeah.
So,
For like 4 people in chat who've been lurking, just be like, "Oh, raise!"
Yeah.
Yeah, waiting for this moment.
I need one of you to roll me a d4, please.
Who's feeling lucky?
Can I?
Do it.
Do it.
1.
1, all right.
Of course.
Could be good, could be bad. You know?
Ones are never good with Mark.
That's true.
I don't know. There's 4 of us, so.
Or it could be 4 enemies. We don't know.
Okay,
I'm just writing his little notes.
there we go.
Whenever he says he's like, oh, highs or lows, I'm like,
I know what you say. Can you tell me what the answer is? Oh no.
All right. So you start heading into town. This is again kind of the more like well-kept portion of the city. The area around the school is definitely more maintained. Most people have moved here after the shutter. Like the other half of the city is more like lesser populated, less maintained. This seems to be the half that's a lot more, this north side of it.
Is there a bakery here?
As you look around, you do pass a bakery, yes.
Okay, noting that. I would like to go back there.
Okay.
get some treats.
But you sort of begin to look around. When you have a general idea where this job posting would be, so you begin to lead everybody in that direction. And you find a posting board where there are a couple things listed. There's not a ton of stuff there. Some of it's like, I'm looking for this item for my house. Like, does anybody have an extra like couch that they can give? Like, there's some things like that that aren't really Monster Hunter related type stuff.
Yeah.
Is there like the opposite where it's like, hey, free this if you want to take it, sort of thing?
It's a buy nothing group, but it's
there
like
is stuff like that, yes. It's like exchanges.
Dav
of
is
things.
like taking like 2 or 3 if there's like free stuff.
Gosh.
Like, oh, I'll track
he
them
loves a
down on
couch around with him.
Yeah.
Hey, I have this couch. And
Yeah, it's gonna
Can we
carry a
take this
couch with him
couch
everywhere
with
it
us?
goes now.
Just built a living room in the courtyard.
this is my bed.
That's me. Just wait till I get like a pit, like a magical pit. It'll be awesome.
Oh my gosh.
But as you look for different job postings, there actually are 2 of them. That you actually 3 of them. There. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 postings.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yes.
There's
There's 4
about
different
another
postings
one.
there. Yeah, I have my list here. I gotta remember 4 postings. So
Okay.
there is one that is a missing person poster that shows somewhat of an older looking woman. Her name is Susanna Wynn, and she's missing, and there's a reward for finding her of 500 gold.
Okay.
There is also a report of mysterious creatures flying at night that people are looking to have answers about, and what they are.
Flying, just creatures. We don't know anything about them.
Mysterious creatures that have been flying at night, and they're looking for more information. They're larger in size, looking like they're not like bats or something. They're something big.
We're seeing like, oh, it's just birds. They're probably just
You don't
bats.
even need to kill it. Just need answers. That's not bad.
They just
Yeah,
need answers. Okay.
They would like people to figure out what it is, see if it needs to be hunted down, like if it's a dangerous monster, that kind of thing. It's lesser. It's just a measly 50 gold for information on this. But there is notes that you can contact the city council to potentially, if you learn information, potentially more jobs can come from that. So depends on how this works out. There also is it's like a handwritten note that's just pretty rough sounding. It just says some sea creature in the lake is attacking boats. Need help killing it. It's 100 gold for that.
Okay.
And sort of older looking document that looks like it's been there for a little bit. It's a little weathered though. You do notice a assistance in helping retrieve the body of Paula Keating.
Another missing person.
I get very sad when I see that.
And there's people who it looks like it's a posting from her parents asking for assistance in retrieving her body from the forest.
Same one from your sessions here.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a 200 gold reward for that.
I'm gonna take that one and like stare at it for a little bit, and then be like, "Guys, can we do this one?" And just hand it to you.
Is it the 200 gold one?
Yeah, this.
Not bad.
Do you remember I told you that like I led like someone and got her killed?
This is
her.
Hmm.
And it was a giant spider, and I don't know if we're prepared to fight it, but I would like to at least be able to just try. I don't know. If it looks like it's too much for us right now, or if we need help or something, we don't have to, but I at least want to try later, even if not right now. But I don't know. I mean, do we? I don't want to take over though. If we, I mean,
We're here. We'll do it.
Wait, okay, really fast. From my session 0, from what I remember, it was a giant spider who like shot like these like acidy things and like had barbs and stuff. Is that right? If I remember. Correctly.
Yeah, like very sharp teeth, some like pincers,
Okay.
sharp leggings, spat this acid stuff. Pretty nasty.
Okay. And I'll kind of describe like some of the things it did and be like, I don't know. I don't know if we're ready to fight. I mean, I tried to. Obviously, I was alone. I didn't really have any. I feel like I've gotten a lot stronger since then, but I don't want to lead us into something that could be bad, but I would like to try, but I don't know. I don't know how we feel about this. Do we feel like we're ready?
I mean, I'm ready. I mean, I want to try out my new gauntlets and all that, but my only concern is we run into one of those abominations again in pursuit of this. That's my only concern.
Go in the woods.
It's in the woods, yes.
But again, I think this would be a good way to go to get the people on our side. We can still be looking out for other stuff here. We could be looking for this old woman. And then if we're out there at night, just get information as well if we look up. So, I mean, we could be focusing on this while kind of keeping the other ones in mind.
Do I recognize Susanna Wynn's name? Do I recognize that? Like, do I know her at all?
She wouldn't really stand out as anybody important to you, no.
Okay. Had I heard of anyone missing? Like, had I heard anything about a missing person, like, before I left, or is this pretty recent?
This is recent.
Okay.
This looks like a fresh sheet of paper that's been put up.
Okay. I don't know. Do we want to try something else first? Like, start small, or what? What do you guys think?
Well, sorry, Euphemia, you had something to say.
I was just gonna say if this woman in the missing persons one is still alive, hopefully now,
That's true.
maybe that would be a good place to start.
That's true.
It looks like we all have different opinions. I was going to say, of course, first of all, Winifred, if this is important to you, when we feel that we are adequately prepared, I think we should help. So I'm not saying no to that job. But the other thing I was that caught my eye is if this small job is commissioned by the city council, if we do our jobs well, that makes us stand out. The highest authorities in the cities suddenly know they can trust us.
That's
So
true.
if we want to think strategically more, as opposed to that might be a place to start. However, I am open to any of these as they all
Can we
seem
do more
a
than
bit
one
dire.
at a time? I mean, we could still do more than one at a time. That takes checking out at night for the creatures. Means we have all day, or at least most of the day. Maybe
Yeah,
imagine.
does the ad say like any information, or is it more like you go talk to the person to like get
For
more
which one?
info?
For
The city council
city
one,
council.
the bird one.
Yeah, I
or
mean,
whatever.
you can. the mysterious flying creatures that have been spotted, you could potentially ask more at like the city council for things if you have questions. That's who you'd report to for that one.
Yeah. Does it say like where though it's been spotted or like what it is or
Just
anything?
over the city flying.
Oh, just over the city. Okay.
Yeah.
So if we wanted to, well, is there anything we need to do to prepare to get to the body? Anyone we need to talk to that might be able to prepare us a bit more for what to expect, or do you know of anyone, Winifred?
I would probably want to talk to Ernest just to see like if anything was, if any attempts have been made. You know, I don't know. I just want to see if he knows anything.
Yes.
That's fair.
I don't know.
And with the Susanna win, I mean, we could check on it, but who says looking into the woods isn't a bad option to see where they've gone?
But also, I do think you have a point, Euphemia. If someone's missing, that might be more of a time. But also, I think you're right, Eleanor, too.
Save someone's life. I mean, if we wait too long.
But I think you're right, too, Eleanor, where it's if we might have more resources or more trust or whatever if we did smaller tests first. Oh, I don't know.
Who says Susanna's not already dead either? Just because they're missing doesn't mean they're alive.
Yeah.
My vote, I'm just saying, I think you're going to be distracted until we get this person out of the woods. Sounds personal.
I will do my best not to be distracted. I would just... But I mean, I guess in... How long ago was my session 0 in, like, time-wise? Or did this happen?
I think it
time-wise?
was 6 months ago.
Or 6 months ago, okay.
Oh, it's really old.
Oh, wait,
That's
it's
sad.
3 months. 3 months ago. It was 5/3 in this year that you did it. So 5/3 was the date, and it's 8/21 in this world right now. So
I feel really sad that her parents don't have any body to bury, but also it's already been, that happened 3 months ago, so I don't know if waiting a little longer sounds terrible. I don't know. I don't want to get ourselves killed or get us, you know. I think I need someone else to decide. I don't know if I can, if that's okay.
Well, why don't we dedicate at least this day to trying to see what we can prepare to go in and get her body. If we want to, if it seems like it will not take much preparation, we could go tomorrow. If it seems like we need some time, then we can take the time. But in the meantime, we can decide between, do we find this missing person, which does seem like it will take more work and focus, which I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but I'm just stating the facts. And then, or we could just keep a watch out to see if we can see these creatures tonight.
I guess
one would take more dedication than the other, it seems, at least for now, but...
Yeah. I think that sounds like good. Kind of see where the information leads us.
Yeah. We could talk to people that know Susanna Wynn. Just get any information last time they saw them. Maybe talk to City Council if we get a chance, and then come back, talk to Ernest, and then make a decision.
We just need to make sure we do not promise anything, because if as soon as we start to engage with someone, it seems like we have taken upon the job, and then if we never follow up on it, that will tank our reputation. So we must be wise about who we approach and when.
Yeah,
correct.
So,
I guess my only counterpoint to that would be, which I do agree. I think maybe sending someone that's probably better talker than me in would be better advised. I'm just saying, the more information we know, if we stumble upon a clue that has to go with someone else going into the woods, what if we bypass it and not even realize it has to do with them, right? Or vice versa, just anything.
yes. Well, I think the city council is a pretty safe bet to be able to at least try and do some information. The only thing I worry about with this poor missing woman is if we go to her family who are desperate for news, that's already a promise you are making. And if you cannot follow through on it, then there's going to be a great disappointment.
I could pretend to be a. Nah, that's pretty bad. I was gonna say I could
No.
pretend to be like a newspaper journalist or something. Be someone else. But, like, hey, I'm looking to put ads out in Heaven's Reach or something.
Well,
Yeah,
if
I
we want,
already told myself that was stupid. When I was...
if we want to dedicate the time to try and find this woman, I am all right with it. I just think then it would put off the other thing, which,
I think let's
again,
focus
she
on
is
the
dead,
woods
so she
and
can
the city
wait.
Council
So.
first. That's just me.
Yeah, we can talk to the council first if that's the city council.
City Council in
thoughts?
earnest.
Did you have thoughts, Euphemia?
That's fine. I just don't. If there's a chance we could help somebody, I wouldn't want to wait
I do
too long
agree
on that. I think we have a responsibility if we have the time.
Winnie.
Mhm.
How far into the woods were you? Was it days, hours?
Just hours, right, Mark? Not even that far.
It
right?
wasn't terribly far. It's less than a day, for sure. But you were in the woods, yes.
It was just a few hours, so it wasn't like anything. It wouldn't be a
So,
huge trek out there, but
worst case, even if we do go talk to Susanna's family, we're still on the case within a week.
Oh, today, you're saying? Do we intend to do all of these? That's what we're saying.
Why not?
Okay.
Morning.
Wait, we had 4, right? What was the other one that we're missing?
the sea monster one, which I
Oh.
feel.
Nah.
Wait, all of us, I like we all simultaneously were like, I
I felt like
That
Gotta
fisherman
rent a
doesn't need
boat.
help.
Might
Whatever.
drown.
I
We'll come back to
imagine
that one.
Lake Monster.
The other
no.
the other ones seem one just stands out as like the easiest and most readily available for information, which is why that one is like, yeah.
All
the other
players
two
are
are like-
afraid of water. Okay, good to know. Make good
Don't
note.
like sea monsters.
I just
Um,
that was
No
like instantly
diving.
like I don't think any of the 4 of us have any
No.
sort of aquatic related powers that could be beneficial.
All Eleanor's was like, I don't want to get my dress wet.
I always think I'm like, I'm gonna be so seasick.
Or fisherman.
I'm just hurling. I can't even like do anything.
Eleanor falls off. She's freaking out. Winnie's over here being sick.
Yeah.
Euphemia is a cat. Doesn't like the water.
I have no swimming speed yet, so
Yeah, we're all like maybe later. Maybe
I haven't
later.
decided if Daz knows how to swim. He probably doesn't, being up on a mountain this whole time.
Oh
So.
my gosh.
I feel like I would know how to swim. I just don't know if that would seem like the thing for me. What time is it right now, Mark? In daytime, it's like morning,
It's
right?
still morning, yeah.
mid-morning. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess we can just wait to hear from Ernest, but for now, do we want to talk to the council? And then we could always, instead of, talking to this missing woman's family, we could always ask around town and see, like, maybe, instead of giving her family's hopes up, like, if we had time, we could always look and see, like, where her, I don't know, try and figure some stuff out.
Yeah, who
Is that-
posted that missing thing? Is it
Yeah,
her family? Does it look like
Yeah,
it's her family?
it's from her family.
Okay.
Well, I was
Does
kind
it
of
say, like,
thinking.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, my bad. I was kind of thinking if we were gonna stop by the tavern real quick just to check on Jap. Not a bad place to ask around about. Hey, saw the posting about Susanna. What's up with that?
Did it give an address for, like, where to find her family? Or, like, contact, like...
Typically, this would be another one that you would probably give the information to the city council stuff, and they would pass it along.
Okay.
That's how most of these would be. Like, they would be the middle man to kind of direct you as needed. They don't want you to be just like knocking on some random person's house. Like,
yeah.
So-
Anyone, yeah.
Hi. Yeah.
Harassing
Well,
them.
I guess, and I'll look at you guys, like, I guess if we talk to the counselor, there wouldn't be any sort of, like, harm in us asking for details about
Mhm.
Susanna.
Yes.
Because obviously,
Let's
again,
try
once
that
we get
first,
her
then.
families, yeah, we can get as much info as we can.
this way too, there's a little bit of accountability for people who are running around. Like, they know who's looking into stuff, and
Yeah.
Mhm.
they
Mhm.
have that. So
Hey, big day for us. What's her name? Horde Hunters, not Heidi's Hunters. Sorry, I was about to skip the Horde Hunters there. We're still keeping her name out of this. Is that right? She said she didn't have the
Heidi?
best reputation here. Yeah.
No, I think it's fine. Oh, Heidi, you mean?
Yeah.
myself.
Did she say
I
something like,
see.
"Hey, for now, just like say it's a benefactor in Heaven's Reach, not username"?
I mean,
Yes.
we're the ones doing the quest, not her.
Yeah, she said something about like, "Don't drop my name," right?
We shouldn't. I guess we shouldn't tell people we work for her directly. We could just say we work for.
That's
Yeah,
a good point. You don't have to
benefactor.
split this with her.
Remind
Yeah.
you all, the reason why that she said maybe not directly say your name is because you guys are up and coming group, and some people might see you as competition to squash, and
Yes. Mhm.
there could be dangers if you advertise too much.
Okay, so we just talked to the council. I guess we can just make sure we. Yeah. Okay. Do I know where city council is? Like where I would go for the office and stuff like that?
It's not too far from
Okay.
here.
Okay. I'll start kind of leading us over that way just to
All right,
start getting information.
that sounds good.
Let's do an open scroll request here.
I don't know what that was, but okay.
I don't know what. I feel like you made a joke, but I don't know what the joke is. I'm sorry.
It's never mind.
Okay.
It's from those First Amendment videos, open records request.
Oh.
Oh.
It's
See,
really.
okay.
It's a
With
deep
that, we'll
a real
take our
deep
break
cut.
here. So,
Went really far above our. we're
Okay.
so far below.
so we're gonna take a break real quick. So stick around and see what our group of horde hunters is going to embark on next, which task they want to look for. So thanks for being here all. We appreciate you so much. Stick around and we'll be back shortly. See you soon. Hello, friends. We're back from our break and ready to get into the session second half today, as our group has looked at some job postings and are now considering which jobs they'd like to pursue. And they're heading over to the city council and sort of like get information on whatever ones they would like to embark on. So you guys walk in and you are met by kind of a receptionist person there who is able to assist you in your questions. So she greets you. Hello. How may I help you?
Yes.
Momentarily.
Hello.
That's why we don't look at you.
I know, like she like has things like this. Anybody go? Okay, I'm gonna go. We are a monster hunting group, and we were looking into some of the postings that we saw. I was wondering if there were any questions. If you, the questions that we have should be directed to you or to someone else.
I can direct you in the proper channels. Can I get your information first? And she'll slide over a form for you guys to fill out.
Yeah, we haven't registered ourselves yet, so if this is a first-time thing, we'd be more than happy to sign up to let you guys know we're here to offer our services.
Wonderful.
Is that the form?
Is it like a group form, or is it like an individual?
Yeah, it's kind of like who you are, like as a group, to register
I
with
see.
the city, essentially. So
like
I'll start filling it out, yeah.
it's just got your name, like the name of the group, the members of the group, that kind of thing.
I'll pass it around when it comes to the names of the group, just to make sure if anyone's using any false names so they can put it down themselves. Oh, by the way, sorry to interrupt. She's our, she's our representative. I was just kind of curious, how many Monster Hunter groups have registered with you guys here locally?
We have to do it for everybody who comes through. We have many.
Like current? Are there still current ones in town that like are active?
Many of them travel, but there are a few smaller groups, up and coming wannabes, people who think on a whim, it would be real good to become a monster hunter, and don't return. Some of those people. So
I see.
But we definitely have some successful experiences under our belt. So,
well, wonderful.
all right, Eleanor.
I
Do you
signed.
all
I
sign
signed.
up?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone
The
uses
shark.
their-
Wait, count.
Everyone uses their real name. No one's hiding anything.
Yeah, Eleanor signs her name, but there's a bit of a grim tilt to her mouth as she does it, but she tries to keep it, just a little not as fun as normal.
So she'll take it, and you put the Horde Hunters, I'm assuming, as the name of the group. Okay. The Horde Hunters, wonderful. She'll file that away. You have jobs you were interested in?
Yes, one of the ones that caught our attention was the creatures flying at night.
Ah, yes. She kind of looks at a chart. 50 gold is the reward for an answer about what this creature is, and proof of that.
Proof as in it being taken care of, or any sort of proof?
Whatever you feel would qualify as proof that you have found the actual creature. It needs to be presented to the council, and then you'll get your reward.
Is there any information? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Winifred.
No, I was just gonna say, is there any do they have a last location, or is it always seen in one location specifically? Is there anywhere we should look first?
There have been sightings over top of the city in various places. They are brief, as this thing seems to move fairly quickly, but reports have said that it has a rather large wingspan, perhaps the size of a large person.
Mark, did that thing that cut me that one time, does that sound similar at all? Or bigger? Does that sound bigger?
What she's describing seems bigger than what
Okay.
you encountered.
Okay, sounds good. And it's never landed or anything, just flies over the city and then retreats.
Most sightings are pretty brief, so no one's ever seen this up close. It's always been sort of a night silhouette of it.
Is there? Oh, sorry.
So it hasn't actually like attacked anyone that we know of.
None that are confirmed, but
Okay.
there's always that chance. We'd like to have answers so that we can know. Maybe if somebody who was attacked, we would know about it.
Yeah. I just didn't know if there was anybody to talk to that had been attacked, but
No.
okay.
All right. The other thing we were looking into potentially is so is the job posting of the body also from the city council? Like
Or is
technically?
it just from her family?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like anything that was on the
too.
board is something that was made by somebody to put up there, but it's on there with the approval of the city council.
I see. The missing person? That seems to have it seems recent.
Susanna Wynn, yes.
When did she go missing?
It was 2 nights ago.
Oh. What was
We
her
wanna
last
go-
known location? Sorry.
I'm good. I answered it.
It was her home.
Any sign of a struggle or anything like that, or just disappeared?
Yes, there appears to be a break-in. One of her windows was smashed in, and it was in her bedroom. Everything is sort of tossed about, and she was missing.
And
Is
who,
her house? Sorry. No.
who
sorry.
discovered she was missing?
It was her daughter.
Did anyone see or hear anything? Like if a broken window and there was like a potential struggle, that did anyone, any witnesses?
No witnesses.
What did she do? Was she did she have a job, or did she do anything that would be considered dangerous, I guess?
She was a older woman. She did not really have any job. She was actually recently a widow. Her husband Daniel had died about a week ago.
Oh, very
And-
recent. Did she was she like anything reported stolen, or was she relatively moneyed?
Her family has some money, but there was nothing noticed that was stolen.
Okay.
At least nothing that their daughter Mariah was aware of.
Okay, daughter.
Did he die of natural causes or?
Yes.
And what does Mariah do, or where? Not that we wouldn't necessarily speak to her, but what is she? Does she do anything that could again be considered dangerous, or?
I do not know of anything that she would do that would be considered dangerous. No.
Okay.
During her reporting this, did she mention any other oddities going on during the week between her husband passing away and her mother going missing?
No. It was a very difficult week for her, though, now, with both losing her father and now her mother has gone missing.
And where, if we, would it be, would Mariah want us to speak to her? Does she want you guys to handle like all the questions and stuff? I didn't know we would be allowed to talk to her.
We will be representing her, as she was not a witness either, so it just... But
Okay.
we can provide access to the scene if you would like.
Yes, please.
Oh,
Mhm.
yes.
Is this what you would like to take, this job?
I turned to the others. I'm like, I've changed my mind. I want to do this one.
Same.
I've been secretly, Kelly's been playing way too much Nancy Drew. So I'm like, yes, it's a mystery. So excited.
Mark, when we try to open something and it's locked, please do. It's locked.
Okay.
If this continues naturally, I'll wear my Nancy Drew shirt, it's locked t-shirt, because I have one of those. So. I'm not joking, I really do.
That's amazing.
I want that.
All right. So we can provide you with someone who can take you there if you have a little bit of time to sit and wait.
Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
All right.
One last question for you. And just, again, no assumptions made. We're just covering all the bases, following the evidence. Has Mariah or any of her family ever had any troubles with the city? Anybody, rivals known? Have they been good, upstanding citizens, as far as we know?
Yes. They are
Do any of
no criminal records.
Do any of them practice magic? As mishaps seem to complicate things.
Not that I'm aware of.
Very well.
So-
And
all I was gonna say is I don't know if they have any more questions. That yes, we'd be more than happy to wait for this, but I think we are intending to take both jobs, and then potentially after this, I think our intention is to also aid in the retrieval of a young woman's body as well from the woods. But of course, we don't need to take too many things on at once. We're just saying once this is completed.
She's like taking notes, and at this she says, eager ones are we? Okay. Just...
Here to
Yes.
help.
for now, we will just
You're right.
commit to the missing woman. We will not overstep our capabilities, but we do intend to eventually, if no one beats us to it, to retrieve the body. If there's any information that's important for us to plan for in advance.
I am obligated to let you know that creatures of the forest are extremely dangerous and likely to kill you. You are entering the forest at your own risk, and the city is not responsible for any bodily harm or death that may result as you going into the forest.
Is she reading a list?
She's just like, it's like a memorized statement, basically. She just like throws out there.
Good.
Okay.
Got the legal
waiver we have
jargon
to
down.
sign.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Yes, we are aware.
All right.
Is there anything else we should know about that?
You're not the first group to sign up for this.
I see.
Yeah. I was gonna kind of get to that. If there have been other teams that have signed up for this, have they not returned?
Correct.
How many?
After the first two, no one really seemed interested in trying anymore.
Oh dear.
As a city council, if you were to be aware of any reports that we have traveling through the woods, is that something you want to be made aware of as well? Of any new sightings or anything?
Yeah, any new dangers?
If you have
Because we did encounter
information,
some.
we are open to hearing about it. Yes.
Kind of just look at the others. Kind of that question of like, are we just giving this away for free, or is this something we're telling them? Maybe we'll
So,
tell them.
yeah, I mean, I would assume she like looks at the others like, I don't even think she gets Dav's look of like, are we gonna try and get something out of this? And she just
It's not even
immediately,
that.
like,
It's just more like he doesn't want to open his mouth before people saying, let's not say something. That's kind of
Oh,
more the
true.
look. He's
Yeah, 'cause-
realizing with this group not to just blurt things out.
Yeah, smart. He's learning.
I mean, of course, would he love to make some money with the information? Sure. But
Yeah.
It's not the look that he's trying to.
We did encounter a creature in the woods,
Yes.
sewn together, almost.
That was the oddity that
Yes.
raised our question more than any other creature. The fact that it was sewn together.
It had to be us and another monster hunter group that were able to fell it. It was very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
We were on the road.
Is the
So,
body still there? Or
Far
did
as
it
we
run
know.
off into the
Could be.
woods?
As far as I know, it should still be there.
Mm-hmm.
We took examples of it, didn't we?
We drew pictures of it.
Pictures.
Yeah.
I thought Okay. I thought we took small pieces of it to examine too. No.
Oh, I think I did. I think I took. No, I
I
didn't.
thought
take
you and I
just-
talked about doing something, but I can't remember. I thought Dav did, but I don't remember if I actually said that out loud.
I don't feel like you
Just
did because
remember
I
the
think
pictures, but
because I feel like Eleanor
Remember
would have
the
made a
pictures.
great fuss if she's like hacking off chunks of the body, and I don't remember any of that
So I
happening.
think okay.
I
alright.
think I
I
remember
examined
that's
the
too,
body
like,
a lot, and
it
I made
was
it. Yeah.
pretty badly mutilated that it was even hard to get
Yeah.
anything major that
Maybe
And that's
what
it.
happened,
That was
yeah.
successful. Okay.
that sounds
That was
right.
it, I think. I examined it really like intensely, and it got nasty. Because I was trying to like
Right.
Yeah,
see
I'll
what
just
I was like.
open
Oh,
up-
the stitching. What is this?
I'll open up the notebook and kind of show her the reports from it and be like, we tried to grab some proof, but it was fairly large and nothing would have kept. So we used the reports if you want a copy of this.
She takes a look at it. May I have this? This is very much appreciated. Perhaps it will be of aid to you if you end up actually going into the forest.
Correct.
May explain some of the other deaths. Seems like
Keep
it
the
was
people safe.
closer to the city end of the woods more than the other
Mhm.
side.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else
Yeah,
you need
we're
from
more
me
than-
before I go and find somebody to escort you to the home?
No, I think we're ready to go whenever you have someone for us.
As soon as possible?
Thanks for your help.
Of course. And she will go off and look like she's arranging something off somewhere else. But you all can sit and wait for a little bit.
Guys, look at us. Official business.
Crime scene.
I was holding that in until she left.
He's like bouncing a little bit.
Like checking his gauntlet. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like we're just going to a crime scene, but it's like.
So exciting.
But a little bit later, there is a man who comes back with this woman, and he just looks kind of like security guard kind of vibes you get from him. He definitely is not like in amazing shape or anything. Just kind of like this little bit older guy, probably approaching retirement age. You know, just kind of he's there doing his security job, and
Fair.
he kind of comes along and really looks kind of reluctant to this, but it's his job. So he just the woman says, "This man will take you to the house and provide answers if he can to anything you have."
Lovely.
Just
Thank
like,
you very much.
all right, come on, and he'll start to like walk hands on the
Walk.
belt, just like as he goes.
Yeah.
I can feel it. Did he introduce his name? Sorry.
His name is Sid.
Did the city hall lady say her name?
Her name is Heather. So you get led by Sid all the way kind of through some of the neighborhoods, and it's a nice house. It's modest, but it's kind of blocked off, and it's clearly a crime scene type investigation thing. But he heads on through and walks up to the house, unlocks the door, takes you in.
Does the daughter not live here?
No.
Seemed like, yeah.
Gotcha. Alright.
And it's
Did he?
What?
Did you know them, Sid? Sorry.
no.
Okay.
It's a nice house. Like, it's well kept, well maintained. It's definitely an older couple looking house. Like, but there's lots of pictures, fancy like plates and
A
wall
lot of
decor.
ceramic
Yeah,
figurines.
it's a nice
Angels.
older people's house, basically. There is like a
Some
room
ducks.
off to the side that you kind of see immediately as you come in with like a bunch of flowers and like well wishes and things, just like, I'm sorry for your loss. Like, there's a whole bunch of that is present, but he begins to lead you upstairs into the bedroom where he...
Second story?
Second story, yep.
That's where the broken window was?
He leads you and opens the door, and there's just like shattered glass everywhere. The curtains are knocked off. The bed is like knocked askew. It's just like something crazy happened in here. Here's where it happened. Feel free to look around.
Yeah.
I'll be watching. Don't take anything, you know.
I would assume we would like to look at the rest of the house too to see if.
All right. You
Yeah,
just have to go all
connections.
together so I can keep an eye on all of you.
Very well,
Much
Sid.
appreciated.
He just like
Good
leans up
work.
against the wall, like again, like hands on his belt, and just kind of watching y'all.
Davril,
Oh,
can you do your ability where you can sense magic?
He's like already starting. Yeah, I'm just starting it now. It'll take me a couple minutes.
While he's doing that, can I
Let
go
me
look
restart.
over to where the
Sorry.
window is?
Sure.
Can I take a look? Okay. I'd like to look at it.
Right, give me an investigation roll.
Roll to look at it.
Roll to look.
Mhm.
I don't have any rolls left, so I got a 19.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
So as you approach the window, what are the others of you doing by this time? Like Dav's doing his spell. What are you two doing?
What I was curious about was like, there's like, you know, like tchotchkes and stuff everywhere. But like, is this house? I think what I would be looking at is this house like well cleaned or maintained? Like, does it look like it's been dusted? You know, like that kind of thing.
The
Oh, yeah.
orders.
Everything looked like real nice here.
Okay.
Well maintained.
Also, just like any kind of in the bedroom, I would maybe look through if there's like a dresser or anything. Like if there's any kind of papers anywhere, or journals anywhere.
Okay. You can also give me an investigation roll for that. Eleanor, what are you doing?
I would be looking. So you're looking at the window, Kelly?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'd probably look at like where some of the stuff is scattered, and see if I can see like any tracks or like maybe almost like a trajectory of like maybe what happened in here or
Okay.
anything like that. And as I'm doing that, I start casting a spell. I'm like, all right, here we go, and then I do guidance on myself on my roll.
All right. You can also do investigation as you cast your spell.
Okay.
You all feel a little bit of a tingle rise, though, on your spines.
No, Eleonora, please. I kind of want to. Should I use my reroll? I kind of want to reroll it. That was a horrible
for it.
roll.
Okay.
I want to use
already
my
ready for that.
reroll.
You can use your reroll.
I am also going to because I rolled really low.
All
so
right. You both can roll.
I'm not.
I already
pleased with my
used
result.
mine.
Yep.
So you
Dav's
guys
the
are-
only one left now with a reroll.
Much better. I got a 19.
Another 19. Okay.
I still rolled really low. I have a 10.
Okay. Sounds good. Your spell goes off without issue, Eleanor, as you cast that. But we'll go to Winnie first, as she's
Okay.
looking at the window. You kind of approach it, and you can look at like how the glass broke. It broke into the room, so something came in from the outside,
Yeah.
and
And my
the
first
glass
question.
scattered across the room from there, shattered into a bunch of pieces across the room, knocked the curtains askew a little bit. But
anything? Oh, sorry.
but what you notice though is like all the glass did come in and everything, but there is one of the curtains that is like draped outside the window.
Okay. So, do I see any like I guess any blood on the glass? Like it had gotten on
You do
anyone
not
or
see any
anyone like
blood.
okay. Any projectile I can find like on the floor that looks like it hit through the window, or if this was like a rock or something,
Like
you know what I mean?
forced open
Mhm.
versus.
Yeah, yeah, like if
Yeah,
something
you
opened
kind of
this
like
or-
follow the line of sight, which I think to where Eleonora was looking,
Mhm.
and you both start looking for something that maybe that broke through the window. You guys don't see anything that seems like an obvious source of the window breaking.
Okay. So I think if it was blood, it might be like someone punched through the window. But obviously, second. And I guess if I look down, is the window break? Is it completely shattered, or is it just shattered in like a few areas? Like, is it just like a hole?
Basically, the whole window is shattered.
And it's a window large enough for a person to fit through, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
How far does
Do I
the curtain go down?
Yeah.
So it's just like hanging outside the window.
But it's like, are you saying it could be like someone could get down to the floor like that, or?
It's not like
It's a
somebody
second
like
story.
climbed out of it. It's more like it got like rushed out the window. Potentially
Oh,
someone
like
leaving through the
inward.
window.
Yeah, someone someone dragged it. Like if you were going outside, if you were
Yeah.
leaving out the window,
Like,
yeah, you'd like
stuck on
drag
your
with you.
shirt or something. Yeah.
Yeah. If I look out the window, how far? Like, I mean, we're on the second story, but it's like a pretty big fall, or is there something like a tree or anything that could? be
Nope,
way up?
it's
No.
nothing's out there. You, as you're looking at the floor too, Eleanor, like the glass is all contained in this room too.
Okay.
Is Dav able
Is-
to ask a question while he's still spinning this, like to kind of like ask them, like, "Hey, do you see this while you're looking at that?" Sort of
Yeah, you
thing.
can do a quick question.
Second floor. Do you think anything's flying? Does it look like glass has been blown about after it got crashed? Like a wind?
If we look at it, does it? Yeah, and also, I'm sorry, maybe I'm getting too in the weeds here, but is it like, does the glass break like really small? Like, it did look like something shattered it, or was it like someone just pushed something through? You know what I mean? Like it's
Like
I mean,
like an
it's
explosion. You know, like an
shattered,
explosion versus. Okay.
I don't know the science of glass shattering versus like a single point versus like an
How
explosion.
dare
but
you do this quest without knowing?
You didn't do your forensics research, Mark?
Yeah.
Forensic science.
I'll do
behind it.
better next time.
And
But
I guess to answer, yeah, can I look to answer Dev's
It's-
question? Just see, like,
it is, yeah, completely like shattered window though. Like it's not like it was like tapped in a corner and broke like a little piece. Like it's just like shattered. Whatever
Okay.
broke the window was with force. It's hard to tell because it's just like glass shattered everywhere though. It's not like
Mhm.
there's really anything that'd be like, oh, it was blown about type of a thing.
Yeah.
It's just
Okay.
like there's just glass all over the room, and
Mhm.
it looks like as you're looking to like whatever came through this window,
Mhm.
potentially like hit the bed and knocked it askew because it's like the bed is turned in a direction where like whatever came through the window may have like bumped into
Did
the
it?
the bed and slid it a little bit.
Okay.
And the bed, I'm sorry, you said is right by the window, or it's like there's like it get pressed against the window, or it's like
there's like a gap between the bed and the window still, but
okay.
it's moved askew. And Euphemia, you're looking for things in the drawers. You don't really find anything of note in the drawers besides like some jewelry boxes with some jewelry and
The jewelry's in there.
Mhm.
all the jewelry's still there.
Oh.
There's clothing. There is though a like a little journal on a side table, but in the past like week or so, there's not really any entries in it.
What is the last
Mm.
entry? Could I read that?
It's very mundane. Like, I did this today. I went to the store.
Mhm.
I went to the market. I bought this, and yeah, that's about it.
Any mention of the husband at all, or no?
Or the
Yeah.
daughter.
Like they did this
Yeah.
together. Like they were together in
Okay.
this and all that.
Okay. Okay.
Anything
The
after
jewelry's still there.
husband
That's
died?
weird.
Nope, it stopped
think
about the date that you heard that the husband had died.
Interesting. Okay. And the jewelry's still there, so they didn't take that.
Any
Did my
photos
roll
or like
come up with anything?
not photos. Sorry.
With you looking on the ground, like you said. Yeah, I
No,
told.
I wanted like a what?
Is there more you wanted? What were you looking?
Well, just like to see if there was a trajectory, I guess, or not trajectory, but like a little path of like what even
You're trying to piece
the
together
different-
how the
Well,
events
I was like
happened.
Yeah.
incoming window and
It's-
moving the bed.
It seems
Yeah.
like with you and Winnie combined, you get the
Oh,
sense that something
okay.
came through the window
Yeah.
and bumped into
It,
the
like, ran
bed,
into the bed.
and then something went out of the window. Then, like that's
Oh, okay.
basically. So the window got shattered, the bed got bumped, and then something went out the window.
Does the bed look like it's still made, or was someone in the bed and then the cover?
The bed is completely tossed.
Okay.
All of the covers are thrown off.
Okay.
Is there, if we look at like the window, like out the window, is there like, is it hard? Does it look like it's hard to access because we're second story right now, or is like there a roof right next to it on like another building, or?
Mm.
The neighbors aren't that close to them, and there's not really like a tree or anything that would provide access to the second story.
Okay.
I guess I'll like look at you guys and be like, is like clearly somebody knew which window would be easiest to get her from, even on the second story. So they're at least familiar with the layout of the house. Or they just
And-
must have watched her or something, I don't know.
I mean, it looks like they were specifically coming for someone, maybe.
Mhm.
Like, there's still jewelry in these drawers and stuff.
Yeah.
I can't imagine someone crawled up, went through there, and dragged someone out. Feels like someone flew.
It seems like magic would have shattered the window, I would think.
Or force.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I look, is there any like paintings, pictures of any like if her family or anything around? Like, is there anything that I don't know? I'm trying to see the daughter. I don't know.
I mean, there are definitely pictures of her. She is just a smiling, happy lady.
Okay.
See any religious stuff?
Um,
Trinkets or signs?
you give kind of a look over in the bedroom, and there's not really anything of note here that you see.
Interesting. Did the
It-
detect magic go off about then? Or still a little later?
Yeah, if everyone's kind of looking around, we can get to that if there's nothing else people want to do quick.
The only thing I'd want to do is if I like look out the window and down, do we see like
Ground.
footprints or any sign of even how someone could have gotten down or tracks or anything? Yeah.
You begin to look out the window. You don't see any footprints. You don't see anything that indicates how they would have gotten down. There's really not much outside that you can tell.
Like boards missing or any sign that someone was like
Nope, the siding of the house is fine. But at this point, Dab, your text magic can be complete. Let me roll for you real quick.
what mishap right now? I feel like we're due.
There is no mishap. You cast detect magic.
Yay.
Same things as before. Your stuff, Eleanor's clothes. The room doesn't have anything in it that's magical.
Can I can I go actually look at some of the documents, but I want to look specifically for like any like
Which documents?
I don't know. If there's any
Just
like
the journal.
just the journal, that's it. Okay.
In here, yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll look at you guys. Like, should we look through the rest of the house too?
Your spell is up, yes. Then Sid, we would like to take a tour around the house, if you please.
All right. Gets off from the wall and kind of begins to walk with you guys around the house.
You are lovely gentlemen for escorting us.
Mm-hmm.
You've never heard of anyone else being kidnapped from a second story window, have you?
It is odd.
It is odd. That is not normal. That's
Make
your
sure
job to
just win
figure
it.
out, though, right?
Yep. Just want to make sure it's just one and the same. There wasn't like another instance of this.
Serial situation, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah, we're ready for the tour. Sorry.
All
Sid,
right.
Thanks.
So he begins to walk with you around. There's a second bedroom up here that looks like it may have been the daughter's room at some point, but it's currently looks like it's just kind of made up. Nothing's been used in it. It's well maintained still, but it just doesn't look like it's been lived in for a while. There's no clothes in the
Not a
dresser.
craft room.
Nope, it's just a empty, or not empty, but like a sitting guest room basically that's just being unused for the most part. There is like a restroom area, and then the stairs downstairs that has like again kitchen, dining room, sitting room, another bathroom.
No
Did we
magic
say
anywhere.
No magic.
Okay.
Did we say the sitting room is the place with all the flowers and condolences, or is
Yep.
it a different room? Okay.
It's that room. They're all kind of piled in there.
Can I look through some of
that?
them and just yeah.
I
Same.
wanted to like read like who was sending the cards
Same.
and stuff. Yeah.
Sure,
If it, yeah.
sure. You can give me another investigation roll.
Those two can do it if they want to. I can go look somewhere else if they can.
15.
And 17.
All right.
Hey.
You just kind of flip through them and take a look. A lot of them seem like it's friends or family who are just writing like sympathy cards to the to what's her name? Susanna. There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, Susan.
And yeah, there's flowers. Some people like sent like little pictures of like memories they've had, that kind of thing. It's no one really that stands out name wise either. They're all just kind of signed by random families and people.
Not
I guess-
by like I am kidnapper. Or
Yeah, there's
something.
nothing that's like I'm gonna
No.
kidnap you.
Mysterious stranger.
There's nothing like that. So there's no
yeah.
threats in them. Like
You're
it's
not
all
struggling
sympathy.
so much. Yeah.
There's no note that says keep your bedroom window unlocked and I'll come
Locked.
get you. Like
Yeah.
Nothing like
I guess what I'm curious about is like, did the husband seem like well liked? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, this
You
this
know.
family seemed like they have
Okay.
like, not like a ton of people, but people
Sure.
definitely liked them and are very saddened for her loss.
okay. Okay.
Any is there any like office area or like area where like study, something where it's like, yeah, they would keep important documents or things that would be important to them besides just throughout the house?
In
Cabinets, anything.
in sort of the sitting room there is a cabinet that's there with some drawers. Those are locked though when you try to open them. Some of
I'll
them
look
have
at Sid
like
and
some
be
of them
like-
have like china or like little bits of glasses and plates in them, but there's drawers that are locked.
I'll look at Sid and be like, is it do you have a key for this, or does anyone have a key?
I don't have it.
Would it be okay if I try to get this open? I'm not gonna break anything.
With your supervision, of course.
Yes.
If you break it, you'll be charged a fine
Yeah, that's
for
fine.
the
I can do
repairs.
that. I guess first I'd like to try and look and search just around the house for a key. If like, not like under plants or like whatever, like in drawers, like just look for a key first. I'd like to
Sure.
do that.
Give me an investigation roll again.
Oh.
That like takes out his thieves' tools and just be like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. We'll just look first. 14.
14. I mean, you're looking around in some places that you think it might be. You're not finding a key.
Okay, I'll look to Dad. Be like, yeah, just don't break anything, okay? We can't really afford to have fines right now.
Is anyone else good at picking locks? I mean, I enjoy
Fine.
doing it, but
Do it. I believe in you, and I'll pat you on the back and guidance.
All
and
right.
petrify me with
There she goes.
There's the guidance. All right.
Yeah, he's frozen now.
Let's see what happens.
That's what you get. See how scary it was?
I do have a high deck, so I can try.
Yeah, I'm proficient in it.
So you
but
cast the spell, you
level
feel
percent.
the energy rise up, and a mishap happens. So let's see
Uh-oh.
what that
Dang
is.
it!
You're so lucky,
Yeah.
Sam.
Eleanor, you're so lucky.
Testing God.
Man,
Oh my
It's
gosh,
not really
Eleonora tries so hard. And what is it?
So you feel her hand sort of rest upon you, and almost like you're just more protected and inspired in this moment to do better. You feel really,
Yeah.
really good as
Yes.
this happens. So go ahead and roll your check with guidance.
Alright. Alright. Math.
Matt.
22 plus 4, 26.
Ah.
Nice.
Yay!
So you get in there, you can
Sorry,
easily work
reroll
this. This
that.
is not like a crazy
Save or
lock
something.
that's
Yeah, the old
very
person
difficult
look.
to get into.
Doesn't even turn it, just unclicked. Oh, alright. My parents actually had a lock like that. All you had to do was just press anything
it.
into it.
Yeah.
It's just one of those metal things that just
Yeah. Super easy. You get into it, no problem, and you pull it open, and there's just a bunch of different pictures of family, like family pictures growing up from when they were younger. There's old notes, like drawings from a kid. It's sort of like a keepsake drawer,
PTSD
you'd guess.
of the ink monsters.
Yes, there's that. But it definitely looks like a keepsake drawer. There's
Okay. It passes around
Any,
just to let people look at them. But...
I guess any indication of like, I don't know. 'Cause I feel like, you know, the people closest to you are most likely to. So like any indication of like maybe like
a time frame where there's
relationship,
more
yeah.
pictures and then
yeah, or
less
like
pictures
yeah, like
afterwards, yeah.
yeah, something where I notice like a pattern with like who's in the pictures or like what the relationships seem to be or nothing.
I mean, from what you see, they look like a happy family. There's nothing really that stands out to you that's like, this is concerning. Like, everything seems very normal. They're a very mundane family. They don't have anything super special.
Any like locations continuously popping up in these pictures or anything that like seem things they like to do, places they like to get, like things that seem like themes. Weird religious symbols from a cult, maybe.
Yeah,
Something
like,
that's-
no, I mean, there's
It's a little judgmental, but alright.
there's pictures of them like hanging out in a field. There's pictures of them by the lake. There's pictures of them in the backyard. Like, it's just
Picture them getting stones in their eyes. You know, it's just normal
Yeah,
stuff.
normal
They go on
things.
vacation.
it's really just like you walked into a couple of grandparents or older people's home and they're just hanging out. Yeah,
Does she seem like an only child? Is there siblings in the
Yes.
pictures?
she does seem like she's the only child.
Dang. Yeah, he'll just double check, make sure there's nothing else in the drawer, no secret little latch or ledge, and then
No hidden things that you can spot.
I'm gonna be looking under rugs and I'm just trying to like find like a trapdoor or anything. I'm just looking like random stuff to see if I find anything that's
Since
like or anything
watching
that
Winnie
seems
just go
disturbed.
everywhere, just like rolls his eyes. She's like lifting up the rug and stuff.
Eufy
I would
checking,
maybe-
checking couches, right? Didn't we find stuff in a couch?
Eleanor
last
just
time?
frowns deeply.
Well, for
like,
evidence, we're not taking anything.
I'm gonna maybe like tap Eleanor's arm and be like, should we look for something in the kitchen?
Yes, once they're ready, we definitely can.
A
since then we
calendar
must
or
go from
something?
room to room. Yes.
To look
Hey,
outside.
was that the only thing
eventually,
locked in the
too.
room?
Yeah, just this drawer
Mhm.
in the cabinet. Yep.
Yeah,
And-
but we can move on to the kitchen. I feel like we just look everywhere. I don't know how thorough you want us to be, Mark. You know, like with the description, like if
And I'm
you
giving
want us to go
everything,
room
yeah.
to room, or if you want to just do everything.
No, I mean, as you guys look around, there really is nothing that stands out to you that's like, wow, this family's shady or some weird clue. It's
Right.
just,
Okay.
you're walking around and it's just like, this is really strange. Like, I have no idea what happened here. Besides the
The weird
bedroom.
thing
Like,
is-
the bedroom's the only
Yeah.
thing that clearly has anything that is like, okay, something
Right.
clearly happened here.
I say we look up the outside and see if there's
Me too.
anything we could tell how they
That was
got
my
in,
thought.
or yes.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm
let's
guessing
go.
he would complete the tour and then no ping.
Yeah.
If he
Yep.
completed it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, nothing.
Okay.
But he takes you outside and walks over, like, underneath the window to the second floor where the bedroom is.
By the way,
Uh,
Mark, what with the mishap, did anything happen further with that?
Dad just feels really good.
He still feels good?
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
It still feels pretty good. Actually, no, it would end pretty quickly. So, sorry.
Oh,
It faded
fleeting.
shortly after the lockpicking happened.
Okay.
But
Davil, I felt a
yeah.
mishap, by the way. Do you know what it was?
God, it was
What
great. I
happened?
felt great. Whatever he did. Well, he was like, it's awesome.
Eleanor,
Yeah,
why don't you
dude.
give me either Arcana or a Perception roll? I'll give you either one.
Okay. 12.
12. Yeah, you're not really sure what happened.
All right. Well, never mind. I guess
Yeah,
we
you
will
can
not
do
know
that
that one.
guidance thing whenever you want. It's like a caffeine punch. It feels great.
Yes, I thought it rather useful. I'm glad you could make use of it.
Thank you. Let's go check
Really
outside.
outside. Yeah.
Okay. So you look up and it's just sort of sitting on the side of the house. There's that window. You don't really see much of anything. You see the curtain hanging out the window still on the one side. But
Do you guys think there's any way to determine like a trail of broken glass or any direction this thing might have taken her in the beginning we could follow?
Can we look around, I guess, and see if there's anything that like indicates?
sure, give me an investigation
Anything?
roll here, or perception if you want to go more like looking around. If you want to like look for details, investigation. If you want to look around for things, perception. It's fine.
Perception.
You know,
'cause I'm
4 of
better
us,
at
or
that.
do you just want 2 rolls, or what are you doing here?
I'll give you all a roll if you want to do it.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll do perception.
I'll
Okay.
do
Investigation.
investigation.
Then I'll do also perception because mine are both
Okay.
the same.
2 and 2. That's good.
I'll use my
9.
reroll here.
Using the reroll. All right.
And I got the same roll.
All right.
I
Here.
hate that.
It's the worst.
Dang it.
So
I got
our
a 9.
9, and Ashley, what did you get?
10.
10. Okay. And then the other 2 for our investigations.
20.
20. Nice.
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at you go.
I was trying to push it up higher, but
Detail oriented.
So,
Mhm.
Euphemia and when you are looking around, and like nothing looks weird with the neighbors' houses. There's nothing that looks like a access way into the room. You're just kind of like studying the area, and it just seems like a normal side yard on the house. Strange, you don't really notice anything. And then Dav and Eleanor, you're looking around and you kind of like look in the grass for any glass that might be there, or maybe imprints of a ladder, and you don't find anything like that. There's just nothing. You don't find any footprints. You don't find really anything is in the grass. It just all looks pretty undisturbed as far as you can tell.
Do you think this is just maybe a weird instinct? Is this related to the creature that they've been seeing flying around?
Yes, that's what I was also
what I
wondering.
think
Look, it's all on the same
look at us
page.
rolling the same mind wave. It's amazing.
Especially if
Great
it.
idea.
Yeah. Should we maybe wait until night and come back to outside the house and just wait and see if we. I don't know if we'd visit this crime scene again, but if we'd see it.
Well, if we have time in the day, I was kind of thinking of starting to bring out our area of search to see if there's any nearby caves or points of interest that we find.
We could ask people if they'd seen it too, any sort of witnesses, if they'd noticed the creature.
Yes, Sid, do you remember the
What?
creatures?
What were you talking to me?
Oh,
What?
Sid,
Oh,
Yes, I
yeah.
am. Thank you so much. I was merely wondering, are you aware of the creature sightings in the city?
Yeah,
as
I've
well?
heard about it.
Are you aware of there are any creature sightings in this area?
Probably. I think there was somebody who said they saw something around here. It's been
All
all
right.
over the city, though.
Yes. I see. All right. Do you know if her husband's death was sudden?
I mean, he was old. What do you expect?
Yes.
But even if it was maybe if you saw something really scary, it might give you a heart attack if you're old. I don't know.
You think he saw something scary?
Maybe. If I saw a giant monster owl, I might just keel over too. I don't know.
Well, you shouldn't be monster hunters then.
Well, I'm saying I'm old. I'm
That's
not
a good
old.
one. Yeah, that's a good one. That's funny. Sid, how long ago was the flying creatures reported?
As far as I know, people have been seeing it like over the past month or something.
So more than a week. Okay.
But also, if it was getting, I don't know, I hate to say hungry or something, it might have gotten a little bold and gotten people out of their houses or something.
Wonder if
We
it's
don't want to
been
get stuck on this
I mean,
connection, but it is a plausible one.
I'm just a lowly security guard for the city council, but don't you think we'd find like a dead body torn to shreds and eaten in the room or something if it came to being hungry?
That's true. But also, maybe it wasn't hungry. Maybe it took her for a different reason.
That's when I'm wondering if it was like scoping it out.
Also,
those other
many
times.
creatures have been shown to take their prey to a more safe location to digest later.
Yeah.
Well, she's probably dead then. All right.
I don't think that the evidence is equated to that quite yet.
I mean, she went missing 2 days ago, so
Well, and
you know many
it may
monsters
not.
that keep people alive for 2 days just to kill them later and eat them.
Spiders are known to keep their flies and other insects alive for up to weeks or longer.
You sound like
No
Ava.
I mean, I try and look up different monsters as much as I can. Sorry, little like librarian coming out.
I feel like you're just making stuff up to try to sound smart, man.
I do have been told that I am at times precocious. Yes.
Well, it may not even be a creature. It may be a person with magical capabilities. That is very still likely.
Very much. So.
Just a thought.
Yeah,
Sid,
I don't think we should get so far down that path that we decide.
Yes, we cannot rule out anything at the moment, I don't believe. Sid, are we allowed to speak to the neighbors and things?
Ask some questions.
I guess. That's something on your time, though. You done here? Can I lock up and head back?
So,
Yes, I think so. Thank you.
I think so. Winnie, did you look at the curtains specifically for just anything in particular?
I mean, I looked at the whole window, right? Did I notice anything
Yeah.
about the curtains?
There's nothing about the curtain.
Yeah,
or
they were
under
just-
the windowsill.
They just, I would say that the curtain would make me think that she was dragged out. You know what I mean? That's kind of what it made it seem like to me, I guess. And if it were, I guess that's why I was thinking if it were a person, they wouldn't want to get caught. I think that hanging out of the window would be a really easy way to see from outside. I thought if it were a person, they might want to be more careful and more discreet, or at least steal things. I don't know. But no, I didn't notice anything specific.
Comment.
It's spot on.
I know that pain so well.
I know.
Well, don't worry, Sid. You've been great. I don't think you're on our list of suspects or anything.
Okay, I'm gonna go lock up. You guys stay out of the house now.
Sid, you have been
Thank you.
lovely. Thank you very much for your help.
Of course. Just doing my job. Goes. Starts heading back
did a
towards
great one.
adjusts his belt as he walks back over and heads back towards the front door.
Can we take him everywhere with us?
I'm gonna make Mark do that all the time.
You just want some sassy older guy to just make comments about
Sit there and roll his eyes at us the whole
Yep.
time.
Down by the river.
your ineptitude the whole time, or just like yeah.
Yes.
So
He
he'll
just
just
wants to go
head
home.
back towards the front of the building and presumably lock up and probably take off.
We need his level of skepticism in our group.
Yes.
It's true.
Y'all are
Thank you.
stupid. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, all right, that goes to the bottom of the list. It's fine.
Oh my gosh.
We need him, Mark.
Oh no, since the real hero.
Uh-oh.
I would like to stop playing Eleanor and I would like to play Sid.
Okay.
It's a backup.
Sure.
You know, I think retirement's just not ready yet for me. I'm gonna go out adventuring one last time.
These young kids know nothing. I'm gonna take over.
What would his class be? Security guard. We make a new class.
Yeah, we make a new class.
He doesn't level up. He's just level 1 the whole
He just-
time.
That's what
I'll
he
sit
is.
here, it's fine.
Just like 5 hit points.
He's reached his
Yep.
potential. He has nothing more to aspire to.
What more could he want? What more could he need?
Yeah, he'll head off and
Okay.
leave you
My
guys
best
to
friend.
kind of decide what you're gonna do from this point on.
Yes, I mean, if you would want to talk to the neighbors, it might be.
What would
Yeah.
we ask them?
I feel like they already asked
Just
for
name them.
witnesses, didn't they? Said nothing. No one heard anything.
But if we asked about, we see, I mean, maybe they asked more specifically about her going missing, not so much recent sightings of things that are strange in general. I don't know.
Yes. Yes, that's actually that's a good idea.
Also, what's the surrounding area? Like, are we on the outskirts of town? Are there hills?
Yeah, you're like in the
nearby?
middle of the city. There's houses kind of scattered occasionally around the street. It's
Hmm.
nothing. It's like, yeah, city life. So it'd be weird if there's like a creature
Yeah.
nesting somewhere around here.
But if it happens at, I guess I'll tell you, I guess if this creature, if we're right, and it is this creature, if it only comes out at night, people will probably be sleeping, or they may not, it may be more rare to see anything. So we could ask around and see if anyone had heard anything even strange at night happening, or maybe
Sure.
even animals that they have, being injured or
Mhm.
missing, that kind of thing.
Thinking double up that questioning at the tavern too. We were always
Yeah.
going over there for some questioning. Get some, people that are being listened to by many people and some of their tales.
yes.
Interesting. All right. Well, let's go check out the houses then.
So you sort of move from house to house.
Sending Eleanor.
Sitting Eleanor.
can do it. Yes.
Maybe Eleanor and Winnie.
A representative.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take a little bit of time to get to all the houses, but there's,
Fine.
as you go, a few of them, there's no answer on the door as you knock. There's one that sort of just answers, just they don't really have anything. They didn't hear, they didn't see anything. They were not even aware that something happened that night. They heard about it later, that kind of thing. There's not really much leads that the neighbors give you for information.
Okay. So I'll come back afterwards. No one really seemed to know anything. So also, Mark, no leads of creatures flying around?
None from these
That was
people.
what we were also trying to ask.
None
They're-
from these people.
There's some people who heard about things, but they haven't seen anything personally.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
If I look on I guess if we're back at the house, if I look at the building where the old woman's house is, or whatever, Susan's house is,
Mhm.
because they said that the creature, again, if it is this creature, just entertaining that idea, if it was the size of a large person, does it look like they're between the building or by that second story it'd be enough for something with wings to have enough space to be over there. It just seemed pretty tight.
It's not a tiny window, like it's a normal size window. But yeah, it's possible for something to get through the window. Yes.
Okay. And even like the space around it, like it'd have enough room to fly.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah. There's nothing like up against the house that would prevent
Okay.
access to a window.
Yeah, or if
No.
it was like too close to another building, it would like, you know, you have to squeeze in or something. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's not close to buildings. It's pretty open outside the window.
Okay.
I mean, that's the thing that's getting me. Is like something knocked the bed out of place.
Like it
And nothing,
So
none of the
great
jewelry
force.
and
crashed
nothing was
in there.
stolen. If you were gonna have the, unless you were coming after the old woman, which I don't know you would anyway, but you'd probably take all the jewelry and things that would be of value because you'd want to make your break-in worth it, you know? So it's
It
odd.
looked like something else. Yeah.
That's true. But if it was just something that was strictly there for her, then
Seems really targeted.
correct.
I was trying to
Huh.
think through like a possession or someone controlled her with magic, but that wouldn't
It broke
explain
us-
anything coming in. It only
Correct.
explain her leaving.
Yeah, and she'd probably just walk out the door then even if something possessed her. She would just disappear without a trace.
Well,
Something definitely
that's
got her.
Intellectual. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't think your friend is kidnapping grandmas, are they?
Ram?
Yeah. No offense, Ram, if you're listening. Throwing
I look
everything
for
out.
Ram.
Don't
Ram
see
check.
anybody.
Roll.
Oh, you won't let me
Everyone
roll?
picking on my friend.
You don't say
Um,
anything.
But also, I'll point. I'm like, well, but Ram did kidnap, but he also brought her back, and he said the only reason he kidnapped her is because he said she was. She said
He wanted
said she was
information.
special. I don't know if he would. I don't know.
He
He
wanted
seemed
information.
specific.
Just saying. Something's going on with her. Might be interesting. Might be something he's seen.
It's true.
Could be.
Just a thought.
Well, I think perhaps coming back tonight
Mm-hmm.
might be something.
agree.
And perhaps, yeah, like you said, asking about maybe this tavern and maybe a few others, so just seeing where these creatures are coming from.
Mm-hmm.
But it's quite sad. I mean, it seems like they made quite a life for themselves, and I do hope she's still alive.
Yeah.
I'm
There's a
still caught
chance.
up on the timing too. I feel like the husband's death has to be tied to this. It's a weird coincidence. To be within a week and then have her go missing too.
Because they weren't allowed to talk to the daughter, right?
What?
Yeah.
They said we weren't allowed to talk to the daughter.
They didn't seem it. They didn't feel like it was necessary to talk to her because she wasn't even a witness to it, and
Mhm.
she's grieving right now and dealing with a lot. So
Yeah.
they kind of were just like
Mhm.
they're a buffer right now, I guess, for her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys want to push it, you potentially could try that, but
The only
Well, perhaps,
the only information I feel like she may have, unless she had something to do with it, but I mean, I guess we have no indication of that being the case. But well, I don't know.
Or being
yeah,
afraid
the only
to
thing she-
report something if no one was going to believe her. If this town has a weird feel for explaining unexplained things, right?
Yeah, but it's not so much the I mean, monsters have been getting more in the last few years, I think, and so I think people would be. I don't know. The only thing I can think of is if she knew something that didn't seem strange at the time about maybe her dad's death or something about what her mom said or something like that. That would stick out to us.
There's
But-
another thing to consider. This thing seems like it sought her out, and it was shortly after she lost someone.
Mhm.
So, is it attracted to vulnerable people?
Well, you mentioned your thing. It responded with
Exactly.
angry, so maybe some sort of
I mean-
strong can yeah.
Grief. I mean, why else would it any being or whatever this is take some older woman?
I mean, are
Where
you trying
is-
to relate your thing to this instance? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying, what if whatever this is also pulled by some kind of feeling.
Mark, do I know where the local cemetery is?
Yeah,
In town?
there's definitely a cemetery nearby.
I guess I'll mention, is it on the outskirts of town or is it like in the middle of town? Like, what is it? Where is it?
It's probably close to one of the temples that's there.
Okay. Just a thought, not that this would be a random other theory, I guess. What if something saw her at the graveyard and followed her home? Like a creature or something was there and it decided, I don't know.
There's also problems with undead sometimes.
Correct. So maybe it was something creepy.
That happened often in the Bronze Barrens. Rumors, at least. I did not encounter anything of the like, but...
Oh,
Do
really?
you want to
Yes.
check
Did you
out the
say that?
cemetery?
There wouldn't have been anything major, but on your travels between cities, there probably would have been a few undead that would have had to be, like skeletons wandering, that would have been killed. Yes.
Yeah, because you said it was like kind of like a thing that was happening there.
Yeah. But that
Which
may have been
didn't
something that
happen before
happened
the shutter.
to you. Yeah, that was not prior to the shutter.
Yeah.
You guys don't think your husband would be undead, right? How did someone become undead?
Some people can do that for spells. I mean, it's not very looked down upon.
I mean, upon the studies in necromancy, could be possible.
Yes.
Should we go
But
check out the cemetery? Is that
worth
something
it
to
to check
complete?
it out?
Okay,
Yeah,
I didn't know
I
if it would be.
say.
I don't really have
Could
any
be.
other leads.
It's true. Okay.
I think this grief or death thing is definitely something to follow up on.
You guys go into the
I guess
cemetery?
I'll start heading.
Yeah.
Leading us there.
All right. You begin your journey closer to the temple as you go. And it's probably reaching like early afternoon by this point with all your walking around and investigating and questioning at this point. But you do see the temple. It's a nice little temple that does have sort of different symbols that represent some of the deities that are on it. It does seem like it's not like a singular temple of worship. It's more like a open to multiple deities place. With a like fenced in cemetery that kind of expands off to the side and like back from this temple, with numerous grave markings and different things that are like mausoleums and statues and stuff that are adorned in this whole back area. You can see through the fence.
What is this specific temple to anything, or is it?
You said it's like
I
non-denominational.
said it was a general for
Oh,
multiple
okay. Sorry.
areas of worship.
Okay.
And
I
I'm
was
sorry,
thinking
I
something.
was listening, but I can't visualize. You said the like graveyard area. Is that like against the temple, or is there like any wood or anything like that would be?
It's in the city. This is all in the city. It's not next to the woods.
Just
Okay.
fenced off.
It's fenced in around, but it's like adjoining to the temple grounds that's there.
I guess I'll go over to that area and kind of just like take a general like just look. Actually, I guess I'll try and see if I can find his grave. Actually, because I guess we know his last name.
So you're gonna just like wander the whole graveyard looking for him? Okay.
I guess I could ask if is there anyone.
I was about to say I'm gonna go to a temple person and ask them. But...
Yeah, I guess
Okay.
I'll do that instead. Never
A little
mind.
easier to maybe ask somebody.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like Winnie would like choose to wander around instead of.
That was
like,
about to
yeah.
just start walking after Wizard.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so I guess I'll let you. I guess you can do that, and I'm gonna start wandering. So I'll let you go ask, and I'll just start looking at.
It's like she's like, no, that's okay. I'm gonna find it myself. Like,
So Eleanor, you go and ask. One of the temple
Yeah.
attendants kind of approaches you. It's a younger guy, and he greets you. Is this just you who's going? Everyone else out with Winnie, or is anybody?
Yeah. I'll look around.
We all like looking.
Introverts.
You all
Anyone
dipped out and
alone?
left it to Eleanor.
I
Okay.
know.
Okay. So, yeah, this attendant greets you. How may I help you?
yes, I am looking for a particular gravesite. I was wondering if you could help me.
Of course. What?
Have a
name?
Mr. Wig or Win. I think he has just been deceased recently.
Yes, Daniel Wynn. Please follow me.
Yes.
And he'll begin to lead you out. Where the group's like wandering one section, just like taking you to a whole
direction.
different one.
There.
Going the opposite way.
Yeah.
These are the
I guess
A's.
we'll
probably see like her going, and we're like, oh, and I'll kind of start like running over
Yeah.
because I can tell
Okay.
that she's clearly.
I'm
knows
like,
something.
come on. Come on,
Stabs.
come on, guy.
Stab's actually gonna keep on just making a loop with it. He'll like make like the long path around. He's actually looking for any statues, gargoyles, or items that look cracked or changed or different, or anything that looks like it might animate
Okay.
into some
Creepy.
like a gargoyle that could turn into something that grabs a body. That's kind of where his mind's at randomly.
Okay. Let me upgrade this to high now as our mishap level raised. Thanks to cringe.
I had like this image of like, because you're talking about grief, of like a gargoyle that's over his grave, and then all of a sudden it comes to life and like takes her with a mishap or something. I don't know why that came to mind, but
Yeah, give me a perception roll as you are looking through the graveyard while the others are going off to the gravesite.
that was a natural 20 down to, okay, it's only 19. Cool.
Okay.
19.
19. Okay. So yeah, there's
Probably the best perception I could ever have for him. So.
there are like various like angels that are kind of standing over top of some of the graves, like some long pillar ones that are like standing like a platform that are like raised up, some with like wings like outstretched. Like there's different statues like that. Some are like larger headstones too. There's a few like mausoleum type buildings as well that are closed up, and some of them are dedicated to like singular families, and so there's definitely a presence of statues if that's what you're looking for.
Are there any that are missing or have cracks looking like they've recently moved and then reattached? Is what he's kind of mainly looking for.
Yeah, it's a pretty large graveyard to be looking through every single thing for like individual cracks. I mean, some of them look a little more weathered, I guess, but
no, I mean, he would be like looking for like a clear cut, like a face or something like that. Yeah.
As
very general check.
As you're looking, it's just do an investigation roll for this.
Where's that Lenore one in eater? Yeah, I don't have that advantage roll anymore, huh? 13.
Okay. It takes a while to kind of go through these, and they look like they are all like still affixed to the stone as you're going through. There's nothing that's like standing out to you as concerning, I guess.
He'll cast Detect Magic then as he's kind of going around.
All
But
right.
that's fine. That'll be the last thing he does. Is he's gonna just do that trek to the cemetery to meet up with him after he's done.
We'll get back to you on that because that takes a while for you to do all these things.
I'll actually cast it, but yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I won't do the ritual this time.
Yeah, we'll get back to you as they are all being led to the gravesite. You three approach, and you do see like a little headstone with Daniel Wynn on it, and like just some like loving father and husband, stuff like that. And there's kind of like still that freshly dug up ground that's there. And
a hand sticking out.
there's no hand sticking out. That'd be pretty horrifying, but no. There's like various like flowers and things that are left on the headstone right now too, as it is somewhat recent. And he just kind of motions, is there anything else you need from me?
Well, I was wondering, we're trying to look into the disappearance of his wife. Did you hear anything about that?
I'm sorry, I haven't really been included in that. It's unfortunate though. I don't know.
Yes.
What's his? Can I insight him? I don't know why. What's his vibe?
Sure.
I was kind of wanting to insight him.
Yeah.
17.
Also 17.
Yeah.
He seems definitely concerned to you guys. Like, this is sad news to him. So
Okay.
I may have not communicated it the best, but he seems concerned. Like, if
Okay.
I seemed off, but
I was thinking creepy grave digger. Like,
no.
I'm like,
This is.
I don't get many visitors
Yeah.
here.
More work for me.
It's just like you guys kind of walked into his graveyard, like, hey, can you show us his body? Hey, by the way, his wife's missing. He's like, oh, okay.
Okay.
That's really sad.
Well, the reason why I am telling you this, sir, is that we did not know the nature of her disappearance. It's very strange, and I was wondering if you knew how exactly Mr. Wynn here died, and if there were any strange circumstances behind that.
I don't know of any strange circumstances. I think he was just an older man, and he passed away. I don't know exactly what. But...
Do you know anyone that would know that we could speak to, potentially? Or anyone that handled the caring of the body?
I don't know who would know that. I don't think anything appeared to be foul about how he died, so I don't think they investigated much.
All right.
While they're talking to this guy, can I look a little closer at the gravestone and maybe even, I guess I'm kind of looking for like any kind of symbol or hidden, like a letter or anything that seems a little off or maybe like stashed potentially out of sight.
A letter? Okay. Give me...
like a letter of a word or an initial or anything weird.
Okay, sure. Give me investigation or perception for that.
Okay. Oh, that was cocked. Hold on. Okay. I guess I'll just do investigation for 17.
17. Okay. You're looking through. On the gravestone, it doesn't look like anything weird. I mean, it's got just the basic details of like loving father and husband.
Sure.
It's got the dates from his birth to his death, or the years, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
His name. There's no weird symbols carved onto the stone anywhere.
Okay.
It looks very much so like the other gravestones around the area too. Nothing stands out to you.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if it might like be marked, like something specific, and then something happened to his wife. So.
Oh yeah, you don't see anything that stands out to you as like a magical symbol or a guild symbol even or something like that. There's
Okay, well that answers that then.
Yeah, I don't know if we'd ask him anything else. I think it was mostly our questions.
all right. And he kind of looks over and sees your dad wandering around, looking at different statues and kind of like getting close to him. But is he all right? Is he with you?
Yes, he is with us. We will make sure he does not do anything that disturbs the peace here.
All right. Well, thank you for that. I'll be inside if you need anything else.
Thank you.
I'll turn and start walking back towards the temple.
Can I
touch
take
an
a look?
urn with flowers in it?
Sure.
Can I look around just like does it look like anything is generally disturbed here? Like, again, any weird creature footprints or something that's like, just stand
More
out.
freshly dug up soil than,
There should
the
be.
last week. Yeah.
Sure. You can give me investigation check for that.
I'm not good at that.
Can I do perception stat or investigation?
This is more investigation.
Can I help her? I have proficiency, so would that give her advantage?
Sure. Let's roll the advantage. Go for it.
Do it.
Woo! Let's see. Oh, I got a 1 for the first one, so good job
Oh, there you go.
on the advantage.
That's
And
our
it-
footprint.
And it went to a 2. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Oh, buddy.
I'm sorry. Oh,
Well,
She just keeps chasing her own footprints. In
I
the
tried to help you.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, it's me.
So much activity here.
I'm sorry, guys.
So-
Really, they proved the bet on that one.
Yeah, I mean, like it's still a fresh grave, but there's really not much of note that you see here.
I'm sorry, the temple guy is if he's walking away, I'm gonna like run and catch up to him and be like, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Yes?
I have another question. We're also investigating something else. Have you seen or heard of that flying monster around that people have, or not monster, but it's like a flying creature that people have seen? City Council told us about it.
I've heard rumors about that, yes. Some
Okay.
people are very
What rumors
concerned
have
about it.
It hasn't been around here from what the rumors has it been around?
Well, it's
this
been
area?
spotted
No.
in multiple places in the city from what I've heard.
Okay. Any rumor of it attacking anyone or hurting anybody or any animals or anything like that? That it would anything missing?
I'm not aware of anything.
Okay. And when did these rumors start? Do you remember when you started hearing about this creature?
Like a month-ish ago, maybe? I don't know.
Okay. And anything else strange? Like have you guys noticed anything strange around the temple? Like, again, anything missing? Anything just strange around here?
No.
Okay, just making sure. Thank you. I'll run back.
All right.
I'll go to. Okay, so he did. I asked him about the flying creature thing, and he just said it's been spotted a lot of places, but he hasn't seen it here. So, is there if I look around, because obviously the temple I'm assuming is like, is there like anywhere where like a flying creature could like perch or like something where it could like like a good like almost like hiding spot or something that would seem like it would be a good spot if you were like a flying thing.
Like a bell tower, I guess.
It's a gargoyle, yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's places that you could perch on the side of the building, like on the rooftop if you wanted to.
Okay, got it.
Well, I think
Well,
that's all. I'm not sure what else to check. Yeah.
I don't
It seems
either.
like a dead end.
I agree.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I'm not having to like unbury him, right? Like we're good. Or are we just taking their word on things?
By the way,
No.
Dev, as you are walking around, you cast your detect magic, still like investigating stuff, and then all of a sudden, you're just surrounded by fog, and you cannot see like anything in front of you.
Oh, the whole thing is magical.
I was waiting for a mishap because the level went right up.
Wait, do we see fog?
Yeah, he's surrounded, like he was standing there, and all of a sudden there's just clouds surrounding him,
I think I found something.
and
It's
Oh,
attacking me.
you
Thunder gauntlets.
you
starting to rev up.
like can sense out like with your detect magic, but there's just clouds surrounding, you can't even see anything.
Is he able to pick up pretty quickly though that it's from him? Not.
I mean, we felt the
It
mishap.
feels
We
like it
always know
happened
it's
with
a
you, yes.
mishap.
Yeah,
We always can
we
feel
know
when
it's a mishap.
Yeah, never mind. I think that was me. I think I'm good. He's like, that's my shin.
Yeah, you
Things
probably will be
stumbling
bumping
around.
into some things and have to like
Oh,
very
sorry.
gingerly feel around.
Oh boy.
I'm just gonna stop moving. Can you guys, Marco?
We will wait for you, Davril.
All right.
Standing
I don't know how
outside
long
this
is gonna
cloud,
be.
just waiting for it to dissipate.
It only lasts about a minute, and it kind of like begins to dissipate and fade.
Go.
Oh my gosh.
Don't worry, I got 9 minutes left. I'll be right there.
All right. So you start walking around the cemetery, like as you go. It's only 30 feet, right? That you go up from there.
Yeah, it's only 30 feet. He's just trying to make, like, kind of grab all the statues and
Okay.
things if he can.
So you're specifically walking by statues.
Yeah.
So as you go, what blocks it again? Just curious. I can't remember like how much stone blocks magic things and other
Penetrate
things.
1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Okay.
This-
Sounds good. So as you kind of begin walking
You know how many
around,
magic items people have been buried with?
That's what I was
Yeah.
wondering.
You know,
Definitely
forget monster
possible.
hunter. We're gonna grave rob.
Eleonora would never.
I'll
It's a
find the
step
right
down from the
people.
You thought
trash.
she was horrified with the tea party.
This doesn't work out as
Yeah.
a backup job. That's all.
You begin walking through the graveyard as you go, kind of walking by some of the statues and not getting any pings, and just walking as you go. There is a point though where you're walking and you sort of take a few steps closer, and all of a sudden you get a ping of transmutation, and you look over and it's actually at a statue.
You were onto it.
What?
Dad doesn't know what to do.
Got
He's
it.
like, okay. Hey.
Yes, Avril.
So under my investigations, that thing's pinging transmutation.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Like it could change,
Like it's not a statue?
potentially.
What?
Oh.
Can I look at the statue? What is it? What does it look like? Is it like a gargoyle or something?
So you like turn
But I know
back,
that-
and it's an angel, and all of a sudden you look at it and it's looking right at you guys now.
This is very Doctor Who. Oh
It's
my.
just gonna say,
And then its wings just extend out, and you watch as a couple more statues at different points in the graveyard's wings start stretching
Nope.
out. They're all looking at you now. And we'll pick up there next week.
Yeah.
yes.
You were spot on. You're like, I'm gonna look at the. We're like, oh, what is he doing?
I hit up Ash halfway through. I was like, I can't tell from his reaction if I'm on or not. I think maybe we're just off and something happened. And then the mishap, I was like, yeah, it's just a mishap. That's fine.
So yeah, that's what we'll pick up next time, as these
Wow.
angels are now spotting you, and their
Are
wings
they nice angels?
beginning to go.
though?
Of course.
Yeah, are they just gonna give us a little hug?
Only nice
we can
angels,
tell
of
you're all
course.
so sad. You guys all just need a hug.
They're here to comfort the mourners that visit
Yeah.
the graveyard.
Well,
Yes.
you kept on talking about grief, and I was like, I wonder if grief could create a mishap. That'd be really interesting. That's why it was so interesting to see how the grief went to the cemetery, went to the gargoyle, how the train of thoughts went.
My
That
thought was
was
some
fun.
monster was like saw her grieving and was like,
That's
oh,
right,
she's
yeah.
alone by, and
Yeah.
so that was my thought. I
What's
guess.
funny is I don't think Eleanor thinks outside the box like that at the moment, at least. So as everyone's doing it, she literally was about to stop you guys and be like, "Let's stop just speculating random things." Like
It's very
she was
literal,
getting
yeah.
annoyed,
Don't
being
think
like,
it's art
No
at
bad
all, yeah.
ideas.
Yeah.
In brainstorming, we were just brainstorming.
Yeah.
We throw
"No
everything
bad
at the wall.
ideas."
There we go.
Everything. Yep. But thank you for joining us, friends. We're gonna sign up on our recording here, so thank you for watching or listening on YouTube or podcast. Thank you for being there. Catch us live sometime if you can. It'd be awesome to see you, and you can contribute to the mishaps and the craziness that happened. So, bye everybody.